Angel of Boom spinning the soundtrack to your next favorite memory. Plus, rumored surprise cameos from Joan Crawfish.
She roasts, she benches.
And Seinfeld the Hedgehog.
What's the deal with collecting rings?
A Real Radio Summer of Laughs, Saturday, August 23rd with Sabrina Ambra at Mount Dora Music Hall. The kind of night your future therapist will want to unpack with you. Doors open at 6:30. Show and ticket info at realradio.fm/comedy.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Do you know Mahatma rice? A staple in our kitchens for generations. It's now easier than ever with delicious recipes like cilantro and lime and all the homemade taste we love. It's ready in only 90 seconds. Perfect at home, at work, or on the go. Mahatma rice feels like home.
It's time for real comedy. This Summer of Laughs continues Saturday, August 23rd at Mount Dora Music Hall with Sabrina Ambra and friends. Doors at 6:30, show at 8. August 23rd, sponsored by Discover Lake County. Tickets at mountdoramusichall.com.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new Kia, visit GreenwayKias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
George Thorogood and the Destroyers, the baddest show on earth. Add the phone. September 3rd, King Center. Don't get in the way of it. Tickets on sale now at kingcenter.com.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now you can upgrade to a queen mattress and adjustable base for just $399.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the U.S. versus Mexico Cartel War to Hurricane Erin unleashes on East Coast beaches, and another massive brawl on a Carnival cruise ship. Plus your calls, emails, dispatches, texts, all of that good stuff. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Ready for
Thursday.
What? Confident about like 80% of what I just said. I don't know. I feel like I skipped something along the way.
A word up. I think you added something like emails. Was that it? Or
what happened was I did the thing where I go, I'm just staring at the paper and not looking at the camera. Let me look at the camera. Then I look at the camera for nobody.
I forgot what I'm saying.
When I looked at the camera for nobody, I went back and I was like, where was I? The only thing, like 4-hour show, there's 3 lines on the piece of paper in front of me. The only thing, and I'm like, oh, I completely butchered it.
Listen, I've seen you come in with less.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is every day. The outline is just like the 3 lines of the show and a big old stack of everything going on in the world. And then let's get weird. So let's get weird. All right. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers to the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to the beach, baby. Boy. Because guess what? Everybody wants to go a little bit viral. And that's why I debut this brand new song for you. Everybody wants to go a little bit viral. I don't have an actual song for it. No, I'm sorry. It's just on these platforms.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
And everybody does.
In my head, but it sounds like everyone's a little bit racist.
Yeah, kind of. I was going Avenue Q and a little like, saunter. Everyone wants to go, that kind of thing. This gentleman
if there
wants
were a
to go
couple
viral.
more syllables, you could Tears for Fears it.
I'm not. It's too advanced for me. I'm not making it that far. This guy's on the beach. He wants to go viral. He's got himself a shark. Let's see how it goes. Here goes nothing. All right, taking a picture.
This morning, the unexpected. This man getting bitten by a shark.
I'm sorry. Pause. Unexpected?
Yeah, before we get into...
Well, we weren't expecting to see it.
when you see what this shark did to this man, it is always hilarious when somebody goes, the unexpected. The unexpected is if this happens to me in my kitchen today. That's correct. Unexpected. A shark biting me in the leg and taking a chunk out like a cartoon ain't gonna happen to me in my kitchen, I don't think.
No one ever knew that when he put his leg and arm so close to that mouth of the shark, he would be bitten.
Yeah, the man who pried open the mouth of a shark in very, very shallow waters was incredibly surprised to be bit.
He's kind of like approaching it like you would see an alligator wrestler. Like when you see people wrestle alligators, that's what they do. They're coming up from behind. I think they're usually more sitting on it. But I would imagine the shark is quite slippery. So
yeah.
Usually,
I never touched one, but I think you're right.
I tried to once. Okay. Can you explain? Actually, I have touched one, but you like kind of hold it down the alligator, and then you like bring it up with the mouth. And then they do the chin thing. Right. Yeah. They hold it in the chin and the arms out. So it looks like that's what he's trying to do, but it's just not the right animal.
It's a bad idea all the way around. Wait till you see what this guy has going on his leg. All right, there he is. He's posing with the shark on the beach. I think your friend... Bite. I think your friend did you in. He was holding the shark's mouth open and taking his pictures and videos and stuff. And then his friend hits the tail of the shark, if you watch. And when he hits the tail of the shark leans around and takes a big old bite of his shin.
Rule number 2 of handling a shark for pictures is don't touch the tail. The shark was totally down for the pic until his homie decided to mess with him.
He's also going to shark. The shark's going to shark. So here he goes. Touches the tail. Bites him.
This morning, the unexpected. This man getting bitten by a shark as he was posing for a photo during a fishing trip off the Florida coast.
Oh, my God. Oh!
Oh my God, you could see it.
Yeah, it's a cartoon-sized chunk. Like if you take somebody's leg and you were drawing like a shark bite into it, and there's like
in
a
the shape of a mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Sean Muse was holding the 6-foot lemon shark Saturday night on the island of Cayo Costa, Florida. Muse says he was about to put it back into the Gulf, but the lemon shark was not having it and took a bite of Muse's.
Oh yeah, the bite of his leg is so significant.
I feel queasy.
It's
I gotta be honest.
A big old massive chunk is taken out of this thing. They said it was a 6-foot lemon shark that attacked him, and it happened on Cayo Costa in Southwest Florida. So
Lime
now
sharks would never.
He's recovering. He's recovering. He's going to be okay. Who could have seen this happening ever? And all you got to do is like people used to do the World Star thing where you'd be like, World Star, World Star. If you're playing with a shark and it bites you in the leg, if you touch an active power line, anything viral that happens to you, if you like just knock somebody out on the street, if you just turn to the camera and go, everyone's a little bit viral, I guarantee you will go mega viral. Ooh. You will be if you like move your legs.
I mean, you're not going to look cool.
Yeah. Oh, you will look cool. Yeah. Like the shark takes a bite out of your leg, and then you just look at the camera and you're like, everyone's a little bit viral. Oh my God.
And I'm losing blood and I die.
Kidding me. It will be fantastic. Well, we have many things to discuss today on the show.
He's viral from the infection from the bite of the shark.
It's a double entendre there, but dual meanings in many ways. Lots going on. A lot going on in the world. Hurricane Erin is out there. It's going to be absolutely wild. We might be going to war with the drug cartels. But first, I bring you the most important story on the internet. Mr. President, Cracker Barrel has changed their logo. All right? I just want to let everybody know. And people are molding. They are melting down all over the place. This is the old school one. Okay. Which it's Cracker Barrel, and then there's a dude in a chair leaning against a barrel. I don't know. I don't know who that guy is or what's his deal.
What is the shape of the original Cracker Barrel logo? Like the background.
Fetus.
It looks a little bit like a fetus.
Looks like a fetus or a bean or I don't know. It's like it's not a shape. It's not a shape. It's just it said Cracker Barrel and it had some thing around it. Is that a whip? Is that what we were looking at there?
I don't.
Might be a whip with a lasso. So the old logo for Cracker Barrel, they decided to change this, and Cracker Barrel has a really annoying fan base. And I'm sorry for you Cracker Barrel fans. They unveiled the new logo, and people were like, "Well, that's it. I ain't going back again. It's a bridge too." They changed the Cracker Barrel logo. And all they did was like, I don't know, modernize it. They just put Cracker Barrel in a barrel. Yeah, they took the dude out sitting next to the barrel.
Bye,
and
dude.
They put it on a thing.
They find out that he owns slaves? What happened?
He might have. I don't know. He might have a bad backstory. That guy could be toast for some reason. But it's so funny to me. Like people, I'm boycotting.
The mascot of Cracker Barrel, John Q. Slave owner.
By the way, Cracker Barrel fans, I just want you to know something. If Chick-fil-A changed their logo to like the world record gape, with like Mr. Hands in the background and blue waffle, Google those things.
Nope, there's no need.
And made their mascots the dudes from lemonparty.org.
Oh, may they rest in peace.
I would still, on a Saturday, if I was feeling a little hungover, say, let's get some delicious chicken sandwiches.
Right.
Like, the idea that people are like, I cannot stand for this. I'm not going to Cracker Barrel no more.
Did they explain why, or they just changed it?
Why they changed it?
I think it's like a modernizing. It looks like, have you ever seen somebody post on Facebook, like, hey, and it looks like just some kid in his like beginnings graphics class or had an assignment to redo a bunch of logos for the modern era, and and some of them look kind of cool, some of them look kind of dumb. It looks like something like this is something like what happened. They removed the words "Old Country Store."
Yep.
And when I showed my mother this yesterday, she goes, "They didn't remove the Old Country Store, did they?" That's you want to see uproar in Cracker Barrel fandom.
Yeah.
Take the store out of there.
there would be outrage.
It'd be dunzo.
Well, they have done something else that I'm going to bring to you in a second if you're not ready to boycott Cracker Barrel just yet. So you don't make up any minds just yet. Somebody says Cracker Barrel stock is tanking. I don't know if that's true or not.
I didn't know they were IPO.
This must be the problem. They have a woman now, CEO. That must be what the problem is. She must have spearheaded this, and she said, there's a man in the logo. Eject him out of the Cracker Barrel, and let's modernize this logo that, honest to God, it wasn't that good to begin with. I hate to say it.
I read somebody says it's a stylized outline of a kidney bean.
Mm-hmm.
Or
original.
a pinto bean. Why is it got
That's
a little,
what it looks like.
But why has it got that little, like...
I don't know. I don't even know.
Corner on it.
Even if they say that, I thought I heard before that it was supposed to be a whip, but who knows? You know what? The way I always think about these things, because people always get so weird about logos from things that they're familiar with. If you started the company right now in this moment and graphic designers handed you the classic Cracker Barrel logo or the new one, which one of those would you pick? You would probably say the new one because the other one is weird. Some dude leaning on a barrel for some reason and like a big kidney bean next to it, right? But this is how we go now. And now we probably can blame this woman. Let's see what she says.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and once every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers.
The art of pretending like you care during an really?
You don't say.
What's the email for that? I didn't realize we could do that.
That is quite crazy.
From our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
All right, there she is. She's the new CEO. You could blame her. That's why all of this unhelpful stuff is happening. And I bring to you a question today. I think the answer to this question is a resounding no. But online is a very weird place sometimes. I am being led to believe today, with Cracker Barrel changing their logo and weirdos melting down about it, I'm being led to believe that actually all of these changes are like woke things and Cracker Barrel is MAGA. And I thought that was such a weird simplification of things. Like, I don't think Cracker Barrel is MAGA. Like, I don't think that, like, people, like, if you polled an entire Cracker Barrel on a Sunday, busiest of times, how are they going to vote inside that Cracker Barrel? Is this one of these things where people are like, look, this is now a MAGA type restaurant, and they're upset that you took the old man with the barrel away, and now you're making the place woke. You're taking away everything that matters. And there was sort of like a culture war thing tied in here. I think Cracker Barrel is just a place people go to eat breakfast. But who am I?
It's become the tourist stop. I mean, it's at the perfect spots when you're traveling a lot via car. So if there's a good mix of people in the political spectrum. But the uproar is caused by one side or the other.
It's online people, I think.
Remember when they moved? They added. I'm sorry, they didn't change anything. They just added the vegan option,
and the people melted down,
lost their minds.
It does make it look like you Cracker Barrel fans, and I'm just not among you. I'm sorry. There's nothing against you, but it does make it look like you Cracker Barrel fans are real sensitive to stuff. You're just like
snowflakes.
I can't believe what happened here. Here's another guy who said, "At a remodeled Cracker Barrel, I hate it." And then one of the viral videos that's going along.
Saw something on the internet. Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint.
Wait, rocking chairs are racism aesthetic? Come on, man.
I think it's added to, not rocking chairs solo.
Well, and just for the record, they never had rocking chairs at your dining table inside a Cracker Barrel.
No,
Let's not completely. Yeah, that was like out front on the patio where you're waiting for 45 minutes for your bad eggs. That's where you got the rocking chairs. That's
segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it, and I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I gotta feel like somebody wants to say, "Good morning, boy," when I go in, with respect.
With respect.
And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever, and I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
He doesn't like it. That guy's not a fan.
It still looks a lot countrier than a Denny's or an IHOP. If we're to believe that is a remodeled Cracker Barrel. PolitiFact says that the whole logo depicts a whip thing was just kind of a Facebook, falsity.
Oh, not true. Fake news.
And,
Fake news. So it's a bean?
No, their explanation, which is even kind of more boring, is that it is a flourish of calligraphy that would be common in either the old days or you ever see somebody sign their name and at the end of it they almost circle it with some
my
flourish.
Dad did that. Yeah.
My dad had a pretty
it's flair,
pretty flair heavy signature as well. That's what they're saying it is.
All right, Stevie on YouTube says, the inside stinks now. Bring back the old grandma, grandpa look. That's what I want. Let's go through the doors here. You can watch the show, by the way, if you want to. Go to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Opening the doors of a remodeled Cracker Barrel. All right, you got the little store in there that they have, and they got all the knickknacks and the patty whacks, and for some reason, clothes. I don't know who buys clothes at a Cracker Barrel, but you're out there.
Plenty of people buy clothes at
gotta go get
Cracker
some new duds.
Oh, yes.
And then you go through and there's all like the little snacks and there's edible everything, gummy burgers,
soda everything,
soda, and whatever season it is.
Man, I have not been to a Cracker Barrel in a very long time.
And
like this is it now. Yeah.
About a third of a Cracker Barrel.
You just went past the soda wall. Pretty much every Cracker Barrel store is like laid out the same.
But about a third of the Cracker Barrel is that little entrance area. And yeah, I mean, they're upset about the redecoration. They're upset about the logo change. They're really upset about this. When you go into a Cracker Barrel, one of the key things.
No way. Tell me they did not get rid of this.
For those of you who are uninitiated, this is a sign of the wokeness. This is the woke taking hold. Cracker Barrel used to have these little games where you had a golf tee and a block of wood.
And they always had pieces missing, but it made you feel crazy.
And it said, jump all but one games. Jump each tee and remove it. Leave only one, you're a genius. Leave two, and you're dirty. You're I don't know what that says.
You're pretty smart.
Oh, you're pretty smart. There's holes in the middle of the
clearly wasn't saying that to you.
Leave three and you're just plain dumb. Leave four or more and you're just plain ignoramus. And so they would take shots at you. On the newfangled woke version of the Cracker Barrel games, it says, leave only one, you're a genius. Leave two, rocking the chair, but not the game. Leave three or more, no reason to be embarrassed. Try again.
We took the ignoramus off?
What in the what? I mean, I can't go anymore. I
gotta be honest, I'm a little upset at this as well.
Enough is enough. This is very serious stuff that we're talking about here.
I am not only going back, but going back soon.
Because you're more likely.
Part of the announcement that they made was they were zhuzhing up the menu some and releasing some new seasonal items, including bringing back my favorite breakfast, the Uncle Herschel's favorite.
Have you seen this item that he likes, Sabrina, at the Cracker Barrel?
I have
Before
not.
we move on to actual news, don't worry, we'll do that, folks. But I
This
just
is
wanted
news,
to
how dare you.
Side quest. I thought this was a news junkie. C-Lane's favorite menu item at Cracker Barrel is the most unhinged thing.
You're the most unhinged thing.
No, this is the most unhinged thing on any menu everywhere.
And the person who started it, apparently Uncle Herschel.
Herschel's favorite.
We got 2 eggs cooked to order with a choice of sugar cured ham. That sounds delicious.
All right, but the first choice is however you want those 2 eggs. Then you go to the sugar cured ham.
Sunny side up. But then we have country ham on top of that?
No.
Oh,
you get a choice of 2 different hams, sugar cured or country.
Fried catfish fillet, crispy tender dippers, or for the first time ever, a premium New York strip steak available for an upgrade served with hash brown casserole or fried apples.
Buttermilk biscuits, Sawmilk gravy and grits.
It sounds
What
delicious.
is the plate? Are you putting this on a trash can
There
lid?
are oars in there. What's yours, C-Lane?
I would do 2 eggs sunny side up, fried catfish.
Oh, good for you.
With hash brown casserole, and then the biscuits and gravy and grits.
I'm going New York strip steak for sure.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But here we are, folks, today. And tell us a couple of questions. Is Cracker Barrel political? Number one. Are you upset? Are you raging against this? I cannot believe it. It's just a little too much for me. I'm barely going to get through the show today. What would this logo change and all? But I want to know what you think. Let us know. And the last little topper I'll put on this is Steak and Shake popped in, and Steak and Shake has entered the chat. They responded to somebody saying the destruction of a great American brand continues. The current leadership team at Cracker Barrel is totally clueless. And Steak and Shake said, this is what happens when you have a board that does not respect their historical customers or their brand.
Oh, Steak and Shake.
At Steak and Shake, we gone back to basics, dropping them tallow fries C-Lane's been talking about. Our tallow fries are waiting for you. Oh, yeah, and you can also now pay with Bitcoin. So they're fighting each other now. I mean,
I like when restaurants fight each other in the public eye.
But Wendy's is the best at it, so
it's something. So let us know what your thoughts are on all this, and we'll get into the real news, of course, in just a moment on the show. Hurricane Erin, what's the latest? The East Coast is going to get shellacked. What exactly is going to happen? And is the U.S. military about to start popping off Mexican cartels? This could get crazy. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey! Happy Thursday, everybody. How are we feeling? Uh-oh. Sorry.
Congestion heading through the city there. There's no serious accidents really affecting
Cameraman, wake up.
roadways this morning, but if you do see traffic troubles...
How are we feeling about the Cracker Barrel revamp? Are we really upset about this? Is Cracker Barrel MAGA? Is this MAGA versus woke? Steak and Shake is MAGA now? The breakfast wars are serious business, everybody. Very, very serious business. Twitch dissenting. I literally don't care. Couldn't care less. I don't know the last time I went to a Cracker Barrel. YouTube, I'm forever changed. Okay? So YouTube, very, very hard hit. Any chair I'm in is rocking. Nice. 5 minutes, and we're back live on the show, and we'll get into some real stuff. I want to talk about how close this hurricane is going to come to the coast, and how there's a lot of people who are trying to get out to the beach today, even though that's really, really dangerous. Hello, Dan.
Doesn't mean it isn't real. We know doctors that specialize in whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears.
I don't care. Give me my moons over my hammy. I don't think everybody who eats at Cracker Barrel is MAGA, but everybody who's MAGA eats at Cracker Barrel? Are we thinking that because it's like a country breakfast place? Right? Are we thinking that because it's like, I think, I might be wrong, it's like heavily in the southeastern United States along interstates and stuff? It might be more nationally spread than that. Is that why we're thinking that? Like, I hope the insurance company watched the shark video and said, yeah, we're gonna pass. That dude, I couldn't get a good freeze frame on it for the stream, but that guy had the biggest chunk taken right out of his shin. And there's no way that doesn't hurt really bad. cruise ship fight today. This time over chicken tenders. All right? It's the word cracker that's racist? No. MAGA eats a Cracker Barrel because their food is easier to eat when you only have 2 teeth? How rude. Hash brown casserole is pretty good too. Hash brown casserole though is like, how do you mess that up? It's like hash browns and cheese, a little bit of bacon and sausage or something, smash it up. Like a monkey could make that, right? Can I tell you something? I mean no offense. Let me rephrase that. I mean absolutely all of the offense. To those of you who wake up and make a conscious decision to go enjoy your breakfast at Cracker Barrel, as opposed to the obviously superior in every measurable way First Watch, you deserve the bad breakfast you're going to get. Okay? You deserve the bad breakfast. F First Watch? Why? Why? First Watch is fantastic. 90 seconds and we're back live on the show. Metro Diner is pretty good for a chain breakfast place. Absolutely second that. True. Very, very, very good stuff. First Watch is too inclusive? How is it inclusive? It's a breakfast place. Peach Valley Cafe is better than First Watch? I don't know if I can do this anymore. Peach Valley Cafe is better than First Watch?
With iHeart80. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeartRadio. Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is the
We try to look at what's happening on planet Earth, all the flames and all the fun, and bring it to you each and every day. Learn more about the show. Get the podcast links over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm trying to picture the person who is currently dropping big money on bets on the Little League World Series. But that's a thing.
That's possible?
That's a thing, yeah. I mean, this seems so crazy to me, but that's a literal thing now. And they've been going out and interviewing the teams and being like, how do you feel about the fact that people are gambling millions of dollars on your performance out on the field? And the coaches and the little kids are like, what? We're playing baseball. We want to win. We want to get the big trophy.
Do they make any money at all? Like,
no,
does
I
money
don't
go
think
towards the
so.
school or?
I don't know. I don't
There's
know.
clearly advertisers. When
Yeah,
they're playing
it's a big
it
deal.
on ESPN, right?
Yeah, it's a big deal now. It brings in a big audience and stuff. But it's so weird to think about, like, grown ass people gambling on these little kids playing baseball. And like for them, it's just a rite of passage gone all the way as far as it can be when you want to play baseball with some of your friends and now you're playing with, I guess the best in the world. But the Associated Press story says, this week, as usual, sports bettors can get action on MLB games from the U.S. Well, yeah, of course they can. They can bet on that just as they always have. But now there are many more choices. As I look at the story here, it says at least a couple of offshore bookmakers are offering odds on games at the Little League World Series. Team managers and the Little League itself are not pleased. I'm not a fan, says South Carolina's manager, Dave Bogan, noting he goes to Las Vegas twice a year. It's not appropriate. It feels dirty, quite honestly. In news conferences throughout the Little League World Series, U.S. team managers have voiced their displeasure with gambling on their games. Players are 12 years old at the max. So you've got like 10, 11, 12-year-old kids out there on the baseball field. It's like, little Jimmy, you better hit a home run.
And what if it's a crazy person that's betting and they lose so much money? They go after them.
Right. You go out there and you ask the bed at the plate for your Little League team, and then somebody goes, that was my house. That was all of my money. I mortgaged my property, and you drop the ball, and somehow a grown-ass adult will blame this on a little kid. A Little League is a trusted place where children are learning the fundamentals of the games and the all-important life lessons that come with having fun, celebrating teamwork, and playing with integrity. Yeah, and betting big money on the games. Nobody should be exploiting the success and failures of children playing the game they love for their own personal game.
One could argue that the gambling is just the lowest rung of people making money off of this. I mean, it's a huge business now. There's broadcast rights. There's, let's see, what did this say? The primary profits from Little League World Series go to Little League Baseball and Softball Incorporated, which is the nonprofit that runs the event.
Yeah.
But they come from corporate sponsors like Adidas and Gatorade, broadcast deals with ESPN, merchandise,
yes,
and concessions. And it says it funds the organization's various programs and initiatives. But, I mean,
those kids should be making some money.
People are making money.
Well,
towards college or something.
If your team goes to the Little League World Series, do they use those monies to fly everybody out there and stuff? And put them out? I would hope.
My team never went to the World Series. So
my team didn't even go to like the local championship. Yeah, we did not do very well.
Make the team.
No, jeez.
You got to try out to make the team. So,
okay, that makes it a little better, I think. But they will be betting as the Little League World Series goes down on those little kids out there.
There's at least some. I haven't been able to read this whole because it's a pretty big article, but the headline would suggest. It says Little League becomes big business in ESPN age, but some wish more money went to help kids and families. So there are at least some people seeing all this, all these dollars being handed around, and going, well,
where's all this money
some
going?
People on the lower side,
the same thing was Girl Scouts when that becomes like hugely popular, and you realize that it's going towards the troop. But the majority of it's going to the organization, and then you get a patch.
Well, one thing that was crazy to me was I just heard recently, and I don't know how accurate I'm getting this. Forgive me if I'm off on this a little bit, but I'd love to hear from parents. I heard that because Courtney's nieces they're like on the cheerleading team or something, and they had to get like the new uniforms for their cheerleading stuff. I heard that like stuff like that, it's like $1,000.
Yep.
And I thought the cheerleading uniform doesn't even have any expensive parts to it. I can't even think of.
It's that material. It's the monopoly of the companies that make it.
That's it right there. Yeah, it's like you must buy from this company. And oh, by the way, and do confirm it if you're a parent of somebody in cheerleading. Like, is this true? Is it $1,000?
There's that. Competitive cheerleading, from what I understand, yes. Mm-hmm. Now, back in high school, you still had to pay for it, but it was like the same rack of cheerleading outfits. Mm-hmm. Like you would just find your size, but you still had to pay something.
That's insane to pay that much, though. Oh, all right. Well, let us know if you're experiencing that as a parent. This is the real world. These are the troubles you're dealing with. And hopefully you're not betting on your kids out there. But do send us a dispatch. Record yours at thenewsjunkie.com. As we look at Hurricane Erin moving around out there in the Atlantic Ocean. And the storm was supposed to go a little bit further out into the ocean. And now it's just ripe for the crazies all through the weekend. Because all these people are going to be like, yeah, look at the waves. Hell yeah, let's go to the beach. And I saw all these people on the pier at the very, very end of the pier. So the water is like smashing up around them. And, they're taking their videos for social media and whatnot. And this is the way the oceans are going to be for the majority of the weekend, I believe. And you got to be careful. But people are so dumb, man. I saw this one lifeguard, this poor dude. He's walking down the beach. And he sees all these people who are wandering into like Hurricane Erin's waves, and they keep going further and further out. And the guy's like, stop it. What are you doing? Do you not understand? There are things out here that are very dangerous. We just lost. Who was the celebrity that just died from this? From Riptide or whatever? Theo Huxtable, right?
Yeah.
Like this is actually dangerous. This is not a smart idea. I know it seems fun, but yeah, people just go out there and they put themselves in absolute danger. There's storm surge warnings all the way up the East Coast. You're not supposed to be out there, so do be safe at the least. Go over to the website to join us on the show. Record a dispatch or send us an email to tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. MPWS says, not the material for the cheerleaders, but the cheerleading group makes money on the apparel. They promise them so much, but a lot to pay while they're doing it. Nauseous. It seems like it would be such an easy entry thing. Like, oh, you're going to get into cheerleading? Oh, that's not so bad. It's just like your outfit, which is pretty minimal, and not a lot of other things that you're required to do. Just, your shoes and whatever. But it's just so crazy how much money's in all that stuff. Okay, when we come back, we have many things to dive into, and we'll get into this Carnival cruise ship fight, another fight on a Carnival cruise ship, the military preparing attacks against Mexican cartels, chaos in Canada, and all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Smartish, loud, and probably getting fined. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting a hot and humid day, a high of 94 degrees in Orlando. It will feel, though, closer to the low 100s once we do factor in that humidity. We'll see about a 60% chance of some midday and afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Heavy rain will be likely along with a whole lot of lightning. So be sure to stay safe out there. Even higher chances of rain for tomorrow and into early parts of this weekend. Temperatures will be around normal with highs in the low to mid 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more,
Hey there. Time of the year where the power bill is just at the highest, trying to keep your house cool, trying to keep everything going. And if you've looked at your power bill recently and had that cartoon eyes popping out moment, the price is going up. Maybe you live in one of those areas that they're talking about.
We've got this famous judge that died. We'll talk about that in a bit. And his biggest, most viral moments. And I want to know how people feel about this because this could be an interesting thing. What do you think about the U.S. using drones or even using troops to go after the cartels? The drug cartels in Mexico, Central America, and South America. I'm pointing at a map behind you. I don't think I can show you, can I? In Mexico, Central America, and South America, the attacks would be based on drug cartels operating in those areas. How would you feel about that? Is that a yes or a no? F them up, kill them all? Seems like it would only improve things for people, right? I'm wondering if anybody's like, no, we shouldn't do this. It's not what our job is. No money in cartels for the USA. Drug cartels do nothing for us except suffering. How about we legalize drugs instead and not put the troops in harm's way? You know, I used to think there was like some nugget of a good idea in that, but in every actual country I've seen where they have legalized drugs, if you legalize things past weed, it starts to just be an absolute cluster F. Hello. How you doing? What's going on in your life today?
And I'm gonna go for a run.
How fast are you gonna go?
That's none of your business.
It's none of my business? I think I should know about this. What happens if the police come and you don't show up again later?
What?
And they'll say, how fast was she going? And I'll be like, I don't know. I'm not aware. She didn't tell me anything about this. Said she was being a real bee about it.
No. I don't know what time Greg's coming, but if I see him on my watch, I'll try.
You let him in? Okay.
Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or give me a call at 1-800
Sexy milk.
It says, man, I love frogs.
I love frogs.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it. I picked it out for you.
You get it?
I love it.
Guys, it says, man, I love frogs. You get it? Nobody said anything about my shirt.
I know. There's jelly.
It's a bunch of dicks.
I think possibly the cheerleading also includes, like, wouldn't the coach and stuff need to get paid?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. So it's like $1,000 for like sign up and everything?
Like a certain amount for the uniforms and then like transportation and...
Yeah, but 1,000 is a lot. I mean, not to you, because, you know, you're a big spender McGee over there.
No, I'm not.
$1,000 ain't nothing for you. I gotta go, okay?
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, here we go.
Tell your doctor about planned medical and dental procedures. Learn more at eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling.
Doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket, the free iHeartRadio app. Get what millions already have. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
This Earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassy's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
Have you with us. Lots of big things to discuss on the show today, as per usual, and you can come along with. And if you want to hear my take on something else, you want to hear us discuss something we're not talking about, that's always welcome. Start the conversation yourself with a video or audio dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. The military is allegedly preparing some attacks on drug cartels. And I was like, how revved up would people be for this?
I knew Trump was going to make things more expensive.
Did he
the
just
drug market
finish
will be hard.
Ozark as well? Because it feels like an episode out of Ozark.
This would be like, I think maybe the first time that the U.S. military would go, hey, we have a problem with drug cartels in Mexico, but not just Mexico. It's Mexico, Central America, South America. And it spreads through a lot of these countries. And I think I don't even think this is a political thing. I think it like pretty inarguably makes life terrible for a lot of people who have to, grow up around that. You just happen to be spawned into one of these cities where the cartels are in power, and it's brutal, man. Like,
having to buy from those people, it's
not C-Lane. It's not about the market.
Yeah, it's I don't like dealing
I'm talking
with
about
that.
tariffs are insane with the cartels.
There was literally just a story, maybe yesterday or the day before, about like 4 heads on a roadside to send a message where people just lop off heads. There's stories about them doing that on dance floors.
They're going to stop that? That's how I know where to turn.
I know this is really impacting your life, and I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry that this is going to have an impact on things, but I want to get everybody's appetite for this. Like, do you think if the U.S. started droning the cartels in Mexico and in other places, if they actually used U.S. troops to go after the drug cartels, would this be a good idea? Or is this like a mess that we would be getting into? I'd like to see what you think about that. So let us know. Send us a dispatch or an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. According to this story, the Trump administration has directed the military. This is from Ken Klippenstein, I guess. Has directed the military to prepare for lethal strikes against cartel targets inside Mexico, at least 3 military sources say. The top secret planning order, top secret stuff we're talking about here, directs NORTHCOM, or Northern Command, to manage the attack plans, which are to be ready by mid-September. And the U.S. and Mexico are working together on some things. Mexico is like hesitant to have the U.S. bombing their territory, as one might imagine. But I don't know. It's such a weird one for me because I don't care as much about the drugs front. I don't want people dying from fentanyl, but it's not the drug side of it. It's the deterioration of life if you're in an area that is not controlled by the country you're in. And this is unthinkable. Unthinkable for all of us. We're so spoiled. We grew up, we're so lucky. We spawned in the United States of America. We are so lucky, all of us. Could you imagine you spawn into like a Chihuahua, Mexico or something, or like a cartel city in Mexico, and you're like, I live in Mexico. Okay. Is the Mexican government in charge of the security of your area? No, they don't really have any control over this territory of the country. It's actually the cartels that are in control around here, and they are brutal. And we have to do this and this and this. And, we know things we need to be very, very careful about. And all of that just based on where you happen to be born into this world. And I want those people's lives to be improved. But I don't know. Is this just like a whack-a-mole game where you drone a couple of them and then they go, too much money in this, we're not going anywhere. We're just going to keep selling the drugs to C-Lane.
Somebody's going to want to pick up where they left off. It will turn into whack-a-mole.
Well, one thing's for sure, at least in my estimation, there's no way people are going to stop doing drugs.
Yeah,
the drugs.
Or there's a will, there's a way, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they've tried that whole drug thing for quite a long time, but I don't think that's going to work necessarily. Once all the cartels are hit, we pull the troops back, and then what happens next? Well, I think you're not going to squeeze them all out. But the idea would, like the real way to do this would be for Mexico to take care of Mexico. Like just like you go into Washington, D.C., and you say, like, there's bad crime in these neighborhoods. We're going to finally do the policing. Like, Mexico and all these other places should do that. The problem is a lot of the politicians are on the dole with the very cartels because the cartels got the money. And they're like, we live in that world. Some of the cartel guys have been like the most famous people ever in American culture. I mean, there were literally people.
Not before Netflix. There was like 2 before Netflix.
Narcos made that guy look cool.
There was people rooting for, what was his name?
El
Chapo.
And that man escaped through a toilet.
That guy has so many amazing stories. It's incredible. And one of them is not about Sean Penn interviewing him. It's just like the life that this guy led is crazy. With the amount of money that they were able to make is crazy. And it's like, they just operate like this. Can the United States do anything about it? And should they? Should we be prepping a military attack against the cartels? I'm interested to see what you think about that. do let us know by reaching out with a dispatch or an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We have an arrest. We have an arrest on our hands. A person in custody. A man accused of throwing one of the green sex toys during the WNBA games at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
A second arrest then.
Arrested. A second arrest has occurred.
Damn.
32-year-old
Charles. This guy down for a week and a half.
They put like all the resources of their police department on this. We got to get this guy. Charles Burgess of Ohio was taken into custody.
Classic Ohio.
He was charged with assault. He was attending the New York Liberty / Dallas Wings game when he launched the object during the game.
Gathered all the detectives in the bullpen and said, "Boys, call your wives. Tell them you're going to be late all week."
We got to find the
There is work to do.
Exhibit D.
This guy is the person who threw this. And he is in real trouble because it's all fun and games until you hit a 12-year-old with the sex toy. And the idea that's in the story, I'll be like, "Sir, do you understand that this sex toy you tossed hit a 12-year-old girl who was trying to watch her role models play on the court in front of her during the WNBA game?
You may have ruined her entire adult life."
This is like, have you ever had one of those moments where you're getting in trouble for something and the teachers or like your boss at work or something will go, "Do you think that's funny?" And internally you're like, "I do, but I probably shouldn't say that I do."
I mean, honestly, it's hilarious.
So the cops are like, "Do you think this is funny? Throwing a sex toy out during a WNBA game?" You're like, "Oh."
So forgive me. Wasn't the first arrest because he accidentally hit a 9-year-old?
He may have hit somebody on accident too. Because I think you got to hit somebody for the assault. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe that might be the key point of it.
Talk about unique fact about yourself when either of those girls, if this is the case, have to share something about themselves. I was the 9-year-old who got hit by a flying green dildo at the WNBA game.
It happens. So we got our second person in custody, 32-year-old Charles Burgess of Ohio. Charles, come on. You're an adult. You should know better than this. We want to see what you're thinking. Let's get to you now. Let's actually do that. Let's go to a couple of dispatches. Here's a video dispatch with not Stevie G.
What's up, News Junkie? I wanted to just share my 2 cents about the attack on cartels.
Please
I think it's long time overdue. I think that the drug war has been just going on for way too long. But I don't think that they're thinking about how it's going to affect our soil, especially being bordered with Mexico. Obviously, cartels are all over our country as it is, even as far up here in New York where I'm at.
It's true.
I think retaliation against not only troops, police, but also citizens would be a huge problem.
That's a fair point. Like, how much would people put up with that? Like, if we all of a sudden launch a campaign, we start bombing all the cartels in Mexico, we're helping out, we're gonna free up these people and make their lives better. And then all of a sudden the cartels start launching attacks in the United States as revenge. How much appetite would people have to keep going back and forth like that? I think it's a fair question.
When you're looking at a cartel attack and you're imagining that, are we thinking like your basic acts of terrorism?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I mean, that's how the world they operate in is not
have
too
militaries. I mean, they do.
Think about this, though. Like, what people on planet Earth cut other people's heads off? Terrorists and cartels. It's like literally they're in the same category of a lot of things. They use the same kind of tactics. So I could see them doing that to get people to go, "Hey, back off. Just leave them alone. There was no blood before this."
At least I hope that they are thinking about, what's going to happen if they do decide to start attacking the cartels, because I can honestly see that being horrible for people here and the retaliation on the innocent people here.
It could be.
Just wanted to share that. I hope I'm wrong, but anyway, wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the video dispatch. You can send yours as well over on thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody chiming in on Cracker Barrel. I knew there'd be somebody fired up. At least somebody. A lot of you are like, what is this thing? This is the online controversy of the day as Cracker Barrel changed their logo. Regular people go, huh? All right. and move on with their lives. But the online world's very different. G. Giddens.
Good morning. When it comes to Cracker Barrel,
Good afternoon.
If you notice, all Cracker Barrel are close to a main highway where the exit is.
Oh.
There is no Cracker Barrel, probably not many, in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's always off a main highway, like the 429, I-4, 75, 95. That's where they all are. They're only good when you're going on a trip. But now they really suck.
Oh, not a fan, he's saying. Sir, if only you heard what I said that set people on fire, apparently, during one of the breaks, which was that, in my opinion, he says as he backs a little away from the microphone, First Watch is superior to Cracker Barrel in every measurable way. Okay? All right?
Those are two different places, Sean.
Well, I mean, that's how you compare things. Yeah, I mean, the two places are different places. First Watch is superior to Cracker Barrel in every measurable way.
I Denny's, were they?
And maybe First Watch is woke. Maybe I don't even know what's going on in the culture wars anymore. I don't know what side you're on if you go to a place like that.
First Watch, you're looking for something a little different. Like, I think you go to some of these places because you want like that. You know, if you're talking about like Denny's, IHOP, Steak and Shake, diner style, Cracker Barrel's kind of. I think it's a little above diner style, but it's like this family load you full of food kind of thing that they're looking for. First Watch, it's a different breakfast experience.
It's good though. The toast is so. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We got this brawl on a cruise ship that we have to discuss. Your emails and a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucs.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews are blocking the right lane, clearing up an accident on State Road 429 northbound at Western Toll Plaza. There's a crash getting cleared up on Conway Road at Lake Margaret Drive. Keep an eye out for an accident reported on Stony Brook West Parkway near Avalon Road. No issues on the major roadways affecting your ride, just some familiar delays. You'll run into traffic troubles. Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Labor Day at Lowe's means buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Plus, shop 2 for $8, select 2.
Hey, everybody. Now Sean is trying to start a breakfast establishment war. I didn't start this war. I didn't start the fire. Steak and Shake publicly is taking shots. Everybody's weighing in on this. This was not my war. I just think First Watch is very good. I think, and I know this is like such a lame thing to say, but their toast, the toast at First Watch is not an afterthought. It's nice, thick toast. It's perfectly toasted. It's a great experience. I enjoy all of the food that I've had there. I am not a fan of their, what they call it, the $1 million bacon. Don't like that. Don't like their bacon. Not a fan. But the rest of it I like. First Watch must be accepting of those who eat syrupless pancakes? Probably. I've had many different items over there. It was Courtney's idea to go, and I was like, oh, what is this place? And I liked it. Put it this way. Challenge me on this if you want. But when I close my eyes at a First Watch and picture who's in the kitchen, and I think about those people, I think about young, hungry people who want to learn what it's like to work in a professional kitchen. They're working at the First Watch. They get a great schedule. It's early, but they're closed by like, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something. So they can learn how to prepare foods and, slightly elevate things in a breakfast sense and get some experience under their belt. And when I think about the person working in the kitchen at the Cracker Barrel, I think they also work at the fair. I think it's very big Carney vibes. I think there's a lot of large people. I think the First Watch kitchen staff could run a 5K. I think the Cracker Barrel staff would die. Two minutes, and we're coming back live on the show. Folks, if you're new around here, hit subscribe over on YouTube. It's free for you to do. Appreciate you, all of that good stuff. Hit the like button on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello to everybody on Twitch as well. I'm not forgetting about you. Can I tell you something embarrassing? I made a video yesterday that I filmed at my desk where I'm making my videos now. And I spent time getting like screenshots and clips and learning to edit a little bit more, because it's one of the directions I want to head into, with a little bit more like, once a week editorial type videos or twice a week editorial type videos on viral news. And I edit this whole video up in DaVinci Resolve. It's this like whole thing. It took me quite a while to edit. And I go to upload it to Facebook, and Facebook takes the video in, and just as I'm posting, I look over on my desktop and I'm like, there's too many files here. I don't like my desktop looking like a mess. So I delete a bunch of the files on my desktop. And I realized I just deleted the original video, and I deleted all of the assets that I used to create that video. And I very quickly went into the recycle bin because I was going to resolve this, because I hadn't yet posted the video on YouTube that I spent all this time on. I go into the recycle bin, and instead of putting the files back, I accidentally hit empty recycle bin, and I completely deleted all the assets. So the only place the video will ever exist is on Facebook. Probably better off. 30 seconds. 2 secret shows tonight. 2 double secret show tonight. Two secret shows.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is. We're not actually doing it.
The show today. Don't forget, you can learn more about what happens around these parts. How do you do that? Well, it's very easy. You go over to the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. Carnival Cruise, how are they doing? Because this is what it all comes down to for me. Can we look up the stock prices? With all the Carnival Cruise Line videos of like insanity and fights and stuff like that, is the company doing well? Are they not doing well? The rest of it doesn't really matter if they're still selling tickets. Just like, let's say in 2025, okay? In the last year, when I think people have talked about Carnival Cruise Line.
They're up 16.9% on the year.
That seems good, considering, like, I look at these and I go, I will never go on one of these cruises. I don't want to be in the middle of, especially the one that's going around today with this Carnival Cruise fight that was allegedly, big surprise, everybody. Big surprise. It was allegedly after 2 a.m. and they were fighting over chicken tenders. on the cruise ship. So on these cruise ships, when it's like the cheapest ticket you can think of, let's go on a party cruise, like those vibes, when that's the mixture that you get, the crowd of those people that then stays up till 2-something in the morning, it's the same thing you're going to find in some downtown area, right? The people who are up that late that are still like, oh, let's go get some chicken tenders. Those are the people who are going to cause these sort of viral incidents. And I don't even know if you can stop that. But the stock you said is still up.
Yeah. I mean, they could,
for the year.
What happened over chicken tenders? Not enough? Or
well, there was a brawl over the chicken tenders. What I see in front of me here doesn't specify if they were out of them or if somebody was upset about somebody throwing one of them. Let's just check in. Let's see what happened. Here's the brawl on this Carnival Cruise Line fight. Everybody has their phones out. All right. Security. Security has never been more overwhelmed in his life.
He ran up and he's like, I'm going to need some backup now.
Security guy ran towards the crowd brawling over the chicken tenders and turned around. And we're done. And we're going the other way.
I don't think the brig on ships like these is very big.
Not this big.
It seems like it'd be a little overcrowded.
Yeah, he's like, what do we do? So, security, he's going to run in. Nah. I mean, they're all just swinging in every possible direction.
I don't even know who you're fighting against.
I don't think they do. Oh, there's another security person. This guy, nice work, buddy.
Nice.
He turned the camera on himself in the middle of the fight. He goes, over chicken tenders.
A lot of these videos, you don't get to see the face of the maker. Yeah.
Good work, buddy. I like that. He turns the camera back on himself and he goes,
if only he ate a chicken tender at that moment.
If he had a bite, right then, you might have really driven it home. Or if he said, oh, man, how did my viral song go again?
Everybody wants to go viral.
Yeah, if you did that in this moment. Over chicken tenders is crazy, he says. This is why apparently this all started at 2 o'clock in the morning. And somehow, some way, Carnival Cruise Lines is still like, hey, it's working for us. People are buying tickets. We got to fill these big-ass boats up. What do you think we're going to do?
Could we put some more money towards enough chicken tendies?
Somebody's got to do the party on the sea. They say you don't like it, go on any of the competitors. There's like ritzy cruises, too. They're very, very expensive. You might want to do that. Or go nuts.
What is the authority that keeping law-wise, who's the authority on the cruise ship? Is it the security team? Who's making your arrest?
I guess those security people, right? Don't they have the same kind of powers like a police officer would? But
somebody's got to have that
power. They got their own little jail on the boat.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess they would that's a good question we can ask
because I know that it's only so there's a limit to what they could do. As knowing somebody who went to boat jail.
Mm-hmm.
The story that I heard was, they sent him to the boat jail and then let him out, and he was able to do more stuff the next day because he was bragging about it. But at some point, when they were in Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean, he had to have a discussion with Bahamian police.
Oh,
that came to the island to either charge him with theft of because he was grabbing bottles from behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So charge him with that theft or work out some situation where I think he had to pay for what those drinks would have cost at full price.
That's interesting.
And then never was allowed on Royal Caribbean again.
So it depends on what island you're closest to?
Well, what country you're in, I think.
Huh.
But, at some point...
Well, they only have so much authority. They're just like dudes with outfits onto the bus, or in the cruise ship, I guess, in this case. But still, they must be able to at least detain you.
Are they carrying? And then they go and tattletale to whatever authority is on land.
I mean, that's what happens when you got deals like this, baby. 4-day Baja, Mexico from Los Angeles, $234 per person for 4 days at sea. Don't mind if I do. You get out there.
Yeah, what's it cost for a window?
I want a room where I can see all of the people that engage in this stuff and never have to actually share the same space with them. All of this to me, just for the record, is the biggest turnoff in the world. Like when I see a ship like this, and sometimes you'll see them. It's during the day and they're raging, man. They got the music bumping, and there's like 400 people in a pool.
Yeah,
400 people all in the pool, and they're all together in the pool. I'm like, that's gross. I don't want to be in a pool with 400 people.
But you know why? Because the first day the pool's the cleanest. You're not going to that pool after that.
I don't even know how clean it is that day. Like, think about that many people in a bathtub with you. I think
there's a men's athletic club like that around here.
I don't know if I would do that, but it says wild video shows brawl on a Carnival cruise ship as passengers throw punches and row over chicken tenders. That's just the latest fight out there. But the prices are so cheap, you'd have to be crazy if you want to be on a party cruise to turn this down. Just get out there, videotape yourself, and have a little bit of fun. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Did you guys see any of the Google announcement that happened this week?
No.
For the new technology?
New Veo?
I saw the translation.
The thing with Jimmy Fallon?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty cool, I think. I think that's pretty cool technology. I don't know if it's all the way there yet, but the idea that you could, like, let's say WhatsApp, the app WhatsApp, which is like the biggest international messaging and calling app on planet Earth. If you could use an app like this, or a Google app even in this case, and you could call anybody on planet Earth, whatever language they speak, you just kind of select it, and then in real time, you are able to talk to them. And it keeps your voice. Like, it just takes your voice, and as I'm saying these words, with just a tiny little delay, it's me saying them, but in Spanish or on down the line. And to me, it's such a breakthrough. Like, I'll give you just a little example from the presentation. Here's Jimmy Fallon making a call. Somebody answering the phone.
Hola, Sofía. Hola, Jimmy. Hola, Karen. All right, so we'll turn on the translation feature. I head to Call Assist, Voice Translate, choose the language, and...
All right, that's it.
Call is translated by Google AI. In each speaker's voice, audio is not saved.
All right, here goes Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, Karen. Can you hear me? Does this work?
Hola, Karen. ¿Puedes oírme? ¿Funciona esto?
It's pretty crazy, man. I know there's like a little bit of a delay, but if you both have the same little delay going back and forth, and then they make it a little bit better after that, that's so wild to me. And does it make you, when you see these things, not want to learn stuff? Does it make you like...
I don't know. Part of me is like, that's cool that I can do that, and it would be definitely helpful in a handful of situations. But part of me still wants to know how to say it in Spanish.
Of course.
But why would I learn all these languages across the world if literally I could use the technology?
I mean, we're not going to. You know, yeah. It's do you think your spelling is at the top notch it could be?
No.
Right now, or
Probably not.
do you think that you rely on spell check too much?
I mean, a decent amount, but I think it's probably made me better overall.
There are doctors that they have pulled that say like, "Hey, I'm a little off my game because I've been using these AI tools that are doing my job as good as I did it," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they kind of surveyed some doctors who were using like tools for trying to find cancer and stuff, and they were like, if I'm just doing this by myself and not using the tool, I'm a little off my game.
I don't know if it does that to me. Rachel on YouTube says, "Well, this Spanish teacher's out of a job." Legitimately, it does one of these things to me where, very much like C-Lane was talking about, he's working on using AI to program some stuff, some like different features for the show behind the scenes and things that we use. And I said, you used to have to learn how to write in all these languages, learn how to use all the software, learn how to like troubleshoot the software, just so much stuff. And it was an entire skill set. So like I might have an idea for an app, but I'm not a graphic designer or a developer, so I need those people. And then you don't anymore because the technology just gets that good. And it's kind of the same with language for me. Like I would love to be able to speak Italian or French or speak Spanish, eloquently and seem like a sophisticated person who knows different languages. But why would I ever invest all of the time and effort to do that if a gadget could have me speaking every language immediately.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I would rather just do it with the technology. That's wild to me. But this is a big change that's happening out there, and AI is just absolutely as ever present as it ever has been. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
It is ever present on my feed because I don't know if it's from us talking about it or just the amount that I've been using it, but all of my ads are for coding, AI coding, Claude Code, GPT-5, like just what's this one that claims that you can spend $15 a month and we'll give you every AI, and right, all the time.
Take my money.
Yeah, I mean it's really, really just ever present, and it's interesting. So let us know, would you use that? Would you still prefer to like learn something and learn the language, even though you have the technology to be able to do it? Lots of questions for you today, as always, and we'll get to some of your feedback. We want to hear from you. So record a video or audio dispatch right now at thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of that, here's Nathan talking about the cruise.
It's the News Junkie. Sean, C-Lane, Sabrina, what's up? Love you guys. 3 best friends never knew ahead, but I got them, so deal with it. Anyways, about these cruise line things, these viral videos that continue to keep popping up is the reason that my wife will not let us go on a cruise.
Really?
So I don't get to go have all this great fun because of all these viral videos. Like, it's wild. Like, I'm 100% with you, Sean. I wouldn't mind being on it if I could stay in my room and have windows all the way around so I can watch everything and not be a part of it. Like,
I don't want to be in a human soup. I don't want to be on a Carnival cruise line with hundreds and hundreds of people all in the same pool. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm old now and I don't want to do these things. I don't want to be on a ship with people fighting at 2:00 in the morning over chicken tenders. It's just not interesting to me. I'd rather skip that if possible. How do you feel? Lots of you are giving us your thoughts, so we'll get into more of those in just a bit. I got an update on that Turnpike crash semi story, which is really, really confusing, actually. And the update on the guy who was driving this semi, we gotta look a little further into this because it prompts some questions that I think everybody's going to have. We'll get into the new details. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I would like to see Ryan's. I would like to see your sperm race, Ryan.
Okay.
Do you think they swim fast? Do you think that you got good, fast swimmers?
I hope they all just stop and they're like, "We're good."
Smoke a cigarette.
This seems unnecessary.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Emergency crews are working on moving that accident onto the shoulder. Traffic's going to start getting by a little bit better on State Road 429 northbound approaching that Western Toll Plaza on I-4. You won't be running into any problems affecting your ride. It's just going to be some typical delays piling up here through that amusement park area. There's a crash getting cleared up on Conway Road near Lake Margaret Drive. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line.
This isn't true, is it? Hang on.
3 months offered in-store only. Selection varies by location. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Awesome news, my friends. That mortgage guy, Don.
Somebody is saying that currently
Equity lines of credit.
Cracker Barrel stock is tanking.
2, 3, or 4% rate intact.
That can't be true, can it?
Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, weddings, back taxes, a lot of ice, or
Hi, Bootsy.
whatever you want.
Hi, how are you?
For banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgagguydon.com.
Let me see. Cracker Barrel stock. Cracker Barrel stock. Okay. Wow. It's tanking. That's for real. Cracker Barrel stock. Not doing fantastic at the moment. Down 12.5%. Cracker Barrel taking a hit. The memes are having negative impacts on the actual company. That's crazy. Somebody says, do we have another unban request today? I don't know. I'll check. I will check. By the way, if you ever get caught up in the ban machine, if the ban hammer drops on you, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com, scroll down to the bottom, and there is an unban request. People drop like flies sometimes. Because honestly, there's a portion of people out there who I think are just like negative Nellies, who are attention-seeking people who poison the overall chat. We've never had more messages in chat than we have in the last couple of weeks. So to me, it seems like it's improving things. You can sell 100 of your iHeart stocks and buy one Cracker Barrel stock. That is not true, sir. iHeart is over $2 last I checked, okay? That iHeart stock is going up. Don't unban them, let them suffer? Well, for now, yeah. Time to invest in Cracker Barrel, buy low? Maybe. Maybe. And for me, all of this stuff is dumb, window dressing. I don't care if my breakfast place has cool decor. I don't care if there's a fishing pole from the 1600s up here. Oh, look, there's a speed limit sign from Albuquerque, New Mexico over there. Oh, wow, there's inexplicably a canoe that is up in the rafters of this place. And oh, look at this moo-moo that they have at the market store here. And I can get some candy and some stuff. I don't care about any of that. I don't care who's making it. I don't care if they're black or white. I don't care if the place is run by Chinese people. I want a great breakfast. Give me a breakfast that's good, and I don't care. Sean, did the No Shit Warlock pins get shipped out? A small amount of them did, only a small amount. And I got new shipping labels coming in today or tomorrow, I think. And I should be able to get all of those printed. I don't know if you can see. They're right here on the desk over here. And I've been fulfilling them, but I got to wait for some new labels to come in because the label printer was going bananas. It was a disaster. Look what happened to Jaguar. They tried to rebrand and almost tanked the whole company. Ambiance makes restaurants interesting, but yeah, the food is obviously important. For me, it's in this order. Ready? Food, service, price. That's it. That's it. Nothing else is on the radar. Food, service, price. That's it. I've never walked into a breakfast establishment and said, there are no antique snowshoes on the wall in this place. What am I supposed to do? There are precisely 0 dog bandanas for sale in the little store that's attached to the front of this. What? Why would I care? I want to look at this stock, though. Let's go. Hold on, I gotta pull this stock up.
Increased bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
There's a vile sickness in Abbottstown. You must excise it. Dig into the deep earth and cut it out.
From iHeart Podcasts and Grim and Mild from Erin Mankey, this is Havoc Town, a new fiction podcast set in the Bridgewater audio universe. Listen to Havoc Town on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Havoc Town and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is
Good to have you in the world's most viral newsroom. And everything you need to know about the show is ready for you. Go learn more if you'd like to over at thenewsjunkie.com. Some breaking news. I can't believe this is actually having a real world impact. Cracker Barrel stock is tanking right now.
No.
Because all the memes are doing them in. And the Cracker Barrel stock is down 12.5%.
Okay, that was very short amount of time. You just said it was up 16%. What, less than an hour ago?
That was Carnival Cruise Line. Yeah, this is the actual Cracker Barrel stock. It opened up at like almost $60, and it's at $51.69. Like,
it's the time to buy, baby.
It might be. Maybe it's a buying opportunity. It's in free fall. And I said, for me, you look at all this stupid online stuff. Oh, they changed the logo. Oh, the peg games are woke now because they don't tell you you're a dummy if you lose. And I go, I care about food, staff, and prices. Those are the three things I care about. I've never gone into a breakfast place and been like, there are not enough antique snowshoes. There's no canoe up in the rafters. Where are all the old street signs? Like, I literally would not faze me at all. But apparently is having a real world impact because Cracker Barrel Old Country Store stock is just dumping out today. Not doing all that well. It's $51.69 a share.
Okay, I mean, it dipped in April to down to $35.11.
Did it? So that's still pretty high. Well, I'm looking at the day.
Even today or whatever, it's up like 46% maybe.
No, on the day it's down. On the day it's down 12.6%.
I meant like
you mean from there? Yeah. On the month, let's see. I mean, it's doing fairly well overall, but as of today, it certainly is taking a hit from people complaining about the changes that they're making over there and making all of these videos. Somebody posted the stock dropping.
Whoever bought that dip in April doubled their money in 3 months if they got out at the right time.
That ain't bad. You can still do that on iHeart stock, folks. I mean, I know I sound vested and all, but when I looked at it, I said, at the time, iHeart stock was like flirting with $1 or something.
I'm up.
I said, if we sold all the equipment we have, we could get more per share than $1.
Oh, don't get crazy.
What's going on with this company? This company is stronger than that. And then I told people I'm buying some iHeart stock, and it's more than doubled since then. And I still think there's more room to grow there. We haven't redesigned like Cracker Barrel, though. And we don't have all these viral videos. Here's people. They're showing the new interiors. They're snarling at the fact that they've cleaned up and redesigned the aesthetic inside the Cracker Barrel. Sorry, doesn't smell like
mold, crusty, and we have all the pegs on that little triangle game.
Like, I can't see tables and chairs and wall decor and be like, oh, they've made a huge mistake. We'll never recover from this. It just looks like a Cracker Barrel to me. Maybe I'm crazy. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. So we'll keep an eye on that stock as that goes viral in meme world today. There are a bunch of dispatches and emails that I want to get to. People are talking about the drug cartels thing. Here is an email from O, and it says, "Hey, News Junkie." And so the idea of sending troops to Mexico is a terrible idea. He's responding to this idea that there are maybe some plans in the works from the Trump administration to go after the drug cartels, to like actually launch a war on these drug cartels. He says the idea of sending troops to Mexico is a terrible idea. Anybody from the 80s or 90s will remember how little the war on drugs campaign did to stop that problem. We shouldn't send our people to get hurt or die in another country when we can't even handle what's going on in our own borders.
I believe the old war on drugs was a military war on drugs. Was it?
When I thought we just had to say no.
When you talk about the war on drugs, like wasn't that more of like a legislative and like Sabrina said, an educational kind of thing?
I think largely, yeah. I mean, I think they did try to do other stuff and go after the cartels even at that point in time. But look where we are now. Like the drugs just get stronger. The fentanyl gets more fentanyl-y.
Sometimes referred to in the 21st century as war on cartels.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was as much. It was way more like commercials and drug classes for kids and those things. Brandon emails the show, tipswiththenewsjunkie.com. The most effective way to weaken drug cartels is by targeting their profit margins. The best strategy to achieve this is to legalize recreational drugs, excluding hard drugs like heroin, fentanyl, and similar substances, which should obviously remain illegal. Legalization would significantly lower prices by introducing competition and regulation. Governments, whether federal or state, could then control quality, ensure product safety, and collect tax revenue. I don't disagree with you at all on that, Brandon, but how are we not there right now? How are we not there? We basically, well, in the United States, he's saying we should legalize recreational drugs, excluding hard drugs like heroin, fentanyl, and similar substances. I mean, that's a whole conversation there. But in the United States, in the last 10 to 15 years, we have completely flipped on marijuana. We've all but changed it federally. It hasn't happened yet, but it probably will. So on the marijuana front, that has changed, right? I even think there's other drugs, like in some places you can get mushrooms and different things that they've decriminalized. I don't know what else you have on your list of things you're like, well, they should decriminalize this drug. It's not very harmful. But what we've seen in that...
What are the cartels providing? Cocaine,
fentanyl, heroin.
Wait, I thought the cartels were anti-fentanyl. Like some of them. Like they were putting up signs that said, stop putting fentanyl and stuff.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do people seek out fentanyl? Do people look around and go, I need to get some fentanyl?
Yes. Yeah, the major drug addicts. And oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes it's because they go into our medical care system in the United States of America and they get prescribed fentanyl.
Right.
And they get that woohoo, what's this thing vibes. And then they end up going down that path even more. Or we have pill mills in the United States of America, and we get an entire population of a state like Florida addicted to all of these pills. And then we, with one fell swoop, take away every single one of those pill mills. And we now just have an addicted populace who can no longer get access to the things they got addicted to. And now they go to more extreme things, and so that was a big kicker to it, as far as I know, too. Many corrections. You can email the tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Overdoses from tainted substances would decline. This person says tax revenue from legalized drugs could be reinvested into prevention, education, and treatment programs. It's a win-win. What do you guys think? I don't overall disagree, but some people want to legalize all drugs. Everywhere they've tried this with any sort of hard drugs, everywhere where they embrace
a safe place,
safe spots to do drugs, the ability to do drugs in public, and clean needle programs, which aren't the worst idea, but also lead to some of these problems. Everywhere they do that, socially things fall off pretty big. So it doesn't really pan out for the better.
The last one we talked about, some guy, I think it was on Vice, and was sharing that he had this one spot that anyone can come and have that clean needle program, or whatever it was called. And right after he goes viral for that, he dies of an overdose.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I mean, that just seems to be the vicious cycle with this stuff.
Yeah, I think that I'm on the same page as you, Brandon, for most of what you said. But overall, the cartels are still going to cartel. And if you think about levers you could pull and how they would improve a lot of people's outcomes, if you could pull a lever, just like getting rid of terrorists, if you could pull a lever and get rid of all the drug cartels, I do think things would significantly improve for a lot of people. I do. And they mainly thrive, I think, in the world of those harder drugs. But We'll dive a little bit deeper into it. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. I still got to get to that update, by the way, on the semi-truck driver. We'll do that right after the next episode. There's a lot of questions I have. The questions continue about this guy on the turnpike who did the U-turn and killed 3 people. And there's some timeline issues that I have. We will tackle that. But first, the next episode. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Oh, great news. Mission Impossible 8 is streaming for free. And bad news is for anyone who does not know Morse code. What you gonna do when your daughter keeps pushing a conspiracy theory about your death, brother? Plus, we don't know whose boy is Monica or Brandy's, but they are sharing something finally. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And today does feature afternoon showers and storms, some of which could sneak in a little earlier than scheduled, around midday. Otherwise, we'll be expecting higher chances of heavy rain and frequent lightning. We'll be expecting these chances of rain to stick around as we head into tomorrow and also into the early parts of this weekend. Temperature-wise today and tomorrow, we'll climb into the mid-90s, a high of 94 today in Orlando. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Labor Day at Lowe's means buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Plus, shop 2 for $8 select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Valid through 9/3 mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Folks, if you are in your house and things just don't feel as cool and comfortable as they used to feel, you know something might be wrong with your AC. And it could be something really simple. It could be like a couple of dollar part. It could be something that's easily fixable by the folks that are in the know. But a lot of the companies that you're going to pick up the phone and call or reach out to on the internet are going to take advantage of you. And they're going to say, well, I bet you want to be comfortable again. Here's all those dollar signs. It's going to be a 4-digit investment to get this thing fixed. Then you have Mills Air, a family-owned and operated, locally owned and operated company that wants to make sure that you get back up and running. They want to make sure that their awesome techs get you fixed up quickly. And whatever it costs, that's what it costs. They want to give you a great deal so you're happy. And the next time you have an issue, and next time, God forbid, they're right there to help you out. It's a company that really does things the right way, and I think you'll appreciate that. So you can lean on them. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey guys, Russ Rollins here. Lose weight, gain muscle, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you've noticed a lack in energy lately, how about brain fog, trouble in the bedroom? Well, you probably have low T. It's more common than you think, and it is treatable. Truth is, men today have 20% lower testosterone than even our dads had. Ugh, yeah, man. Hey, but there's a solution to it. You'll find it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. They offer full-strength testosterone.
Let's go, Mike. Welcome behind the scenes. Hey, economic news. A lot of fears out there that companies are going to start raising prices, and inflation, which has been going down, is going to start going back up once more. And stories like this, Sony has announced that PlayStation 5, the price just went up. Price is jumping by $50. For the PlayStation 5. The most expensive Pro version is now $749.99, which is wild. Wild. The base model PlayStation is $499.99, and Sony is directly attributing that to the tariffs. Now, you know what's interesting? All these companies that are coming out and saying, look, because of tariffs, we're going to have to increase prices on things. Is anybody going to keep track of this so that if those tariffs evaporate at some point in time, do you think Sony is going to go, okay, we now are going to drop that $50 back down on our price? Do you think companies, if they do see an evaporation of any of these trade barriers, you think they're going to actually change the price and lower it back down when that is reversed? I'm not convinced they will. $500 for a PlayStation seems crazy. All right, 1 minute and we're coming back live. Greedy bastards. I already got my PS5. They aren't getting me. This is why I bought my TV 2 weeks ago. Somebody says. No, they won't look at Publix. This pisses me off, says Marlon. The amount of work they put into these things. Well, I mean, everybody who's paying any attention to this knows that consoles are a loss leader. Like, you sell the console and you're not making money off of it. You make money off of the games that come from it. But, you know, this is one example of a lot of companies that are going, well, because of the tariffs, more expensive now. I just don't feel like companies who will increase prices usually come out and go, hey, things have changed, we're now bringing our prices down. I just haven't seen that. For just $49. Here we go. Come back live on the show.
55 Eloquist.
Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This
in the world's most viral newsroom. And yeah, we do, in fact, have a podcast. It's free through iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts. Find the links that you need over at thenewsjunkie.com. We got the update on that turnpike crash. An interesting twist in that story that has me scratching my head. I'm wondering what's going on. We'll get into that. Those details are on the way. A whole bunch more on a very busy Thursday. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm afraid of frogs.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you are looking to make those big life decisions that involve a lot of numbers and confusing terms, well, don't worry. It will be much less confusing. Actually, a breeze when you're working with That Mortgage Guy Don. You go to the website. It's very easy to compare your quote. Very easy to get a quote. Very easy to do all the things because he's an expert, but he's also your friend. He's got your back. So start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
31 years ago, 1994, this guy right here.
John Denver.
That's it.
John Denver is correct.
The Rocky Mountains be a lot rockier.
On this day, what?
It's a Dumb and Dumber line.
John Denver's full of S.
Pretty bird. He was arrested on this day for drunk driving after crashing his Porsche into a tree in Colorado. His trial ended with a hung jury, even though his blood alcohol level was 0.128. His attorney argued that a thyroid condition had made the test unreliable. Noted.
Yeah.
The trial ended July of 1997, 3 months before he crashed something else, and that was a plane into the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, that hurts.
Oopsie daisy. Speaking of death, we now have a continued conspiracy theory that is being pushed by the daughter of
Hulk Hogan.
That's right, brother.
Okay, I saw the headlines on this, but it's like I didn't see exactly what was going on. She thinks we're going to learn something new that's going to shock everybody about Hulk Hogan?
The teaser of an announcement. Brooke Hogan is continuing to insinuate, that's hard to say 5 times fast, that the body cam footage and 911 calls could, quote, change the narrative surrounding the death of Papa Hulk Hogan. And I direct quote, I've got 100% gotten legit calls from professionals, from police officials to nurses that were supposedly with my dad on the day of his death telling me I need to see body cam footage and I need to get a hold of the 911 tapes because they supposedly contain information that could potentially shed enough light to change the narrative everyone's been hearing.
Okay.
0 commas or periods in that entire thing.
Yeah. I mean, you see where she's going, right?
Fun to read.
Yeah.
You can see where she's heading here. She did not ever like this new woman that her dad was with, which I can understand. I get that. And I think she's saying, like, we're going to find out there's more to all of this. It wasn't just like some natural thing.
But layered. She's like, do I question his general physician signing off on his death certificate, given his background, which is available for anyone to see via a simple Google search? You can answer that one for yourself. I wish she would have answered it instead of us having to Google it. Mm-hmm. She also noted that she informed her younger brother, Nick, about all the information she's received, but that her hands are tied since she removed herself from the will before his passing.
Yeah.
And then from what I understand, she removed herself because she was pregnant or just had her twins and Scientology was involved. Like, I'm quite confused.
Oh, I didn't even know that was.
But it seems, she said that at some point, I think she was on Rogan's or maybe somebody's.
Hold on, to be clear, she's in the Scientology world or like the Hulk Hogan people were in the
new wife is in Scientology.
Okay, all right.
And so they thought if she was in the will and Scientology got involved, that it would be a headache and, insert whatever else when it comes to dealing with Scientology. But it's all very vague, and I guess we're going to find out soon when it comes to the mystery of Hulk Hogan's death. Another mystery is, how do you turn a free movie stream from Morse code into actually watchable? Because that's what the folks at Paramount Plus have presented us. The Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is currently available for free, but entirely in Morse code. And that mission seems like really impossible. But
now, are we talking like we listen to some audio and it's like beep, 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 beep.
If you want, you can look it up. It's the Paramount Movies YouTube channel.
Paramount Movies YouTube. All right.
And the entire script is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is streaming as a video where it has been translated into Morse code. What does it look like? Is it anxiety riddle?
It must have just ended because it says the live stream recording is not available.
Somebody must have had a screen grab, right?
Yeah. Hang on. I'll try to find it.
So the machine that they have with the Morse code, or I guess did have, it was inside a wooden room that appears to be looking out into a snowy tundra. The description on the video says this live stream was compromised.
Okay, I got a little sample of it if we want to see what it's actually like when the stream is. I don't know. Were we doing something bad here? Are we allowed to play this?
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't play it. It's just the script, I guess.
That's it. Yeah. Just doing each word of the script like that.
Crazy. Is this what we're doing with our billions of dollars, Paramount? Good God.
Guess so.
Couldn't have cost that much. You just take the script and load it into AI and tell it to make Morse code.
Well, the movie came out, did it not?
Yeah, I thought so.
So what's the point of this?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
publicity stunt.
Back to regular words. As long as you can help them, And of course, I'm talking about William Shatner. He's got a new book that will include testimonials from fans that he hasn't spoken to yet. So it's kind of a call out here. He needs to interview you himself for his new book that's already been announced.
All right.
Yeah, he's asking people to submit stories about how he's influenced their lives. And if he chooses yours to include in the book, he will personally interview you, and that conversation may be included as well. The only catch is that you have to pre-order the book if you want to submit your story.
That's asking a bit much. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that.
William Shatner ... and you is due out late next year, so long as people pre-order the book to get interviewed.
What if you have never really watched an episode of Star Trek? Does that rule you out?
You're asking for me because I'm one of those people.
I don't know it very well.
Have you seen it, Celia?
I know. Scotty, beam me up.
I've seen one of
other choice lines like that.
I've seen one of the movies, but I don't really have a huge connection to Star Trek. I think you might be right on Scotty Beam Me Up. Everybody says it the other way.
I thought it was Beam Me Up, Scotty.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those Luke, I am your father kind of things where he never says those words, like that's not a sentence that's spoken in Star Wars.
Has anyone asked Scotty?
No.
I'm learning stuff today.
Also learned that if you love Coca-Cola and if you love this gal right here,
Dolly Parton,
then you are in luck, my friends, because she is teaming up with Coca-Cola to get her own flavor. She now has her own flavor of Coca-Cola. It's called 40th Pop Fizz, and it's to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Dollywood. Yeehaw! Which turns 40 next year. It's said to have a creamy, cherry, giant, double taste.
I've watched this. The nerdiest thing. I've watched some people at Dollywood making videos of what the place is like. It's pretty nice, actually. It's
I would love to visit, but God, do I want to visit it on the day that she actually shows up.
I mean, it's just insane that this woman has her own theme park. Like, above and beyond all of the things that Dolly Parton has done and works on, and all, like, she still has that. That's crazy.
Love you, Dolly. Can't wait to try your Coca-Cola. Preseason NFL football kicks off the boob tube tonight. The Giants and the Patriots celebrity family feud with Normani and Michelle Buteau. Second season premiere of Peacemaker on HBO Max, Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount Plus, and the premiere of Hostage on Netflix. You can catch Jessica Williams and Wolf Alice on Kimmel. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Go to realradio.fm/comedy for information on the big show this weekend. And most importantly, stay with me, America, y'all.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. The one thing in the TV world that I don't know if you guys have caught on to that seems like a hard sell to me is, have you seen that the guy from Breaking Bad is coming back with his new show? I figured you guys both watched, I think, Breaking Bad and also Better Call Saul.
I love Better Call Saul.
Which guy, though?
Vince Gilligan, I think.
Okay.
Vince Gilligan is coming out with his new show, and it's such a hard sell for me. Can you see if you can look up real quick, just like the 1 or 2 line synopsis of the new Vince Gilligan show? Because it was something along the lines of
Pluribus.
Pluribus, the most miserable woman on the planet wants to save everybody
from
happiness or something.
Is exactly it.
All right, I only saw like a blip of it, and I go, that's a hard sell for me. Like this movie, I think Vince Gilligan is probably talented. I don't know, but
actually, no. It says science fiction drama.
So the woman's miserable.
Sounds miserable.
Yeah, and she has to make everybody else miserable to save the planet or something. And I thought, it's unique, but I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know. That might not do it for me. But we'll see if it lands.
There's like articles like this that say Pluribus is the next show from the creator of Breaking Bad. No one knows what it's about. Here's why that's good marketing. They have been on a bit of a marketing tear.
Okay, it's got me talking. That's something. It just, I need it to sound a little more upbeat than that. When we come back, we'll get into the latest twist in this semi-truck driver on the turnpike who went and turned a U-turn, blocked off all the lanes, and caused a crash that killed 3 people. And the new information on this is just leaving me jaw-dropped. And we'll go over what's happening, get you all informed. We'll also talk about an update out of Canada. This viral thing where a employee got arrested for stealing, but he suggests that he's special needs and the company is targeting him. We'll explore that. There's a lot coming up. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The NFL preseason concludes when the Tampa Bay Bucks host the Buffalo Bills this Saturday. Coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.
Hey, everybody. School bag activated.
There's a couple accidents to look out for on your ride this afternoon on Bronson Highway near US 27, on Stony Brook West Parkway, just past Avalon Road. There's a crash.
MILF shirt stocks are rising. Is that what you're saying?
On I-4, you're not going to be running into any issues affecting your ride. Just your
MILF shirt stocks on the rise. Can I tell you something?
Oil change, traffic tip line at 866-676.
I have a bit of a reversal.
This report is sponsored by Radio.
In the past, I've bought shirts from Instagram or TikTok and complained about the quality. This is a great cut. This was a $24 shirt, I think, or something. Nice quality, good screen print, feels right. I like it. The only problem is it says MILF and it's got frogs on it. But generally speaking, good for the stream. I just have to remember to change after the show. Happy birthday, Concrete Toad. Yeah, we got to talk about this this employee of, hang on, let me get the store. Meyer? Do you guys know what Meyer is? Apparently this young guy, he works at Meyer, and he's like stealing snacks and stuff on the job. And there's police body cam footage that we'll go over at some point of the company calling the cops and going after him. And then afterwards, he did a GoFundMe, which we'll check in on. And the whole thing positioned him as like, he's special needs. He's autistic. He's got developmental issues. And that's the reason why he did this. And the company's going after this autistic kid. All he wanted to do was have a couple of candy snacks, right? But then there's pushback on that saying he's not actually special needs. His stolen valor on the special needs front. And the company was actually in the right to do what they did. So in this coming segment, we'll diagnose all of that. We'll do the semi-truck update on the turnpike and that story. I highly recommend Murderbot, says Seawitch to Sean. I keep seeing that on whatever platform it's on. And I've considered it a couple of times. We haven't actually watched that one yet. What platform is Murderbot on? Where is that? Is that Peacock? My kid is watching Murderbot? Oh, Apple TV? Okay. Apple TV, I'll have to check that out. Anybody else hear about Brent Hines being killed in a motorcycle accident in Atlanta last night? He was only 51. I'm heartbroken. I don't know who that is. Brent Hines? Is this a We Too Low moment? Are you pranking me? I did see that some viral TikTok star died yesterday. And it looked like he was just in very poor health because he was incredibly out of shape and fat. But multiple people actually sent me emails about that TikTok star that died. Kevin says, how is the new South Park? Kevin, interesting question, actually. The new South Park was bullshit. Here's why. They saw the buzz of the moment was about the DC police crackdown, and then they put out their promo teaser for the episode and said the South Park episode is going to be about the DC police crackdown. It was not at all about the DC police crackdown. The episode was about creating relationships with ChatGPT. It was about tech companies and doing drugs and some shots at Elon Musk. It was about Integrity Farms trying to reinvent themselves. But it was about Satan and Trump, who's basically just Saddam Hussein, now getting into a fight that's going to break them down. It was not about Washington, D.C.
Solar Source has this battery backup system that is
bullshit.
Absolutely awesome. You should check it out. Go to solarsource.com.
And it wasn't that, the storytelling wasn't that coherent. It was like,
It helped me tremendously. When Hurricane Milton came,
so it was this. That's how good the episode was. It was the episode 3.
Solar Source, they've been in business for 40 years. They've served over 60,000 people right here in Central Florida, and they're just a great company to work with. Solar
But you might like it.
Monsters. You have a little bit of time. You can take advantage of that tax incentive. Do it now before it's too late. And you call them now, schedule an appointment, tell them that Russ Rollins sent you.
Former Mastodon guitarist? No, really?
Which is very close to my heart. Great people at Solar Source. It's Solar Source.
Is Mastodon one of those rock bands where they all hate each other? Was that, am I getting that right? 90 seconds and we're coming back. We'll talk about this Meyer employee. We'll talk about the update on the Turnpike semi-crash, which is kind of mind-blowing. Obi is glitching out. It looks that way. Are those rock bands? Hell yeah. Daybreak Furnace. 9 Benign. Hell yeah, brother. All right, we're coming back. Here we go. Let me pull up this Meyer video.
A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
Radio! 104.1.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
You can learn more about the show by going to the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. And I did a video after the show yesterday, which is actually taking off on Facebook right now. Appreciate all the folks who watch the videos. I'm working on formats, and I'm working a lot on editing and putting out more editorial type stuff. And this is really the first video of the new format, which is kicking ass on Facebook, 167,000 views. But I'll tell you, it was kind of embarrassing. As I was uploading it to Facebook, just as the Facebook upload completed, and I'm like trying to put a thumbnail in there and stuff, I go, well, maybe I should put this on YouTube as well. Well, I looked at my desktop, and I'm so weird about my desktop being cluttered. I saw all the files on my desktop and I selected them all and I put them in the recycle bin. And then I realized, oh no, those are all of the assets for this entire video that I just created. And I haven't uploaded it to YouTube yet. So I just I made a mistake here. And then I went into my recycle bin, and instead of clicking to restore them all, I accidentally clicked permanently delete. And so I completely nuked my whole video, all of the assets, all of everything. Only saving grace was that it was up on Facebook beforehand. So you can check it out over there. And maybe I learned a lesson there. Maybe I learned a lesson on how to handle things. I just hate having all that crap on my desktop. Next time, a little more careful. But it was talking about this semi-truck driver on the turnpike, and it was giving you a factual breakdown of this guy's history and how preventable all of this was. Harjinder Singh is the guy's name. He was driving a semi-truck. He was going down the Florida Turnpike. He went to make a U-turn from the right lane, basically, blocked all the lanes of traffic. A van was driving along, and it smashed into the side of his semi, and it killed instantly 3 people on board. And one thing that was confusing yesterday, and I remember thinking of it as we were discussing this on the show, was the timeline after the crash. The timeline before the crash that I went through in the video is obvious. He comes across the border with Mexico into California illegally. They stop him. They're like, hey, Harjinder Singh, what are you doing in America? He says, you can't send me back to India. They're going to kill me if you do. And that starts asylum proceedings, which he drags out. He tries to apply for a work permit while he's in the country, and that's denied under the Trump administration. Biden wins the election at that point in time. And, through whatever policy changes, the guy is able to then get the work permit. He gets a CDL in both Washington State and the state of California, even though he was not supposed to be able to get a commercial driver's license in those states. He gets pulled over in New Mexico. They don't give him the mandated test to see if he knows English or if he understands the road signs, even though he's driving a semi, very, very dangerous vehicle. They spin him out. He ends up in Florida. And this past Thursday, he does the U-turn maneuver. Now, the authorities in Florida, apparently they give him this test, and he did not know English. I think he knew 2 out of all the questions they asked him. He could respond to 2 of them in English. He had no grasp of the English language. And then they showed him the signs, and he only knew 2 of the street signs. So to anybody with a brain, this guy shouldn't be behind the wheel of a very dangerous semi-truck. But the thing that was confusing was yesterday we talked about how California is going to extradite this guy. And I'm like, how did he get to California? And it turns out this isn't in a lot of the stories, but Harjinder Singh, the Indian dude behind the wheel of that semi, and his buddy, who's been named in some of the recent reports, they let them go at the scene. They released them despite all this stuff. And they both flew back to California.
Oh, what?
And it was when they landed in California that the authorities in Florida said, we want these people. Here's what we believe the crime was, and we want you to send them back to us. And then they were wondering, because of sanctuary state issues and stuff, if California was even going to send them back to Florida. But I was just kind of mulling that over, and I thought, let's say, and I would never do this, let's say I went out tonight and caused a massive accident that because of my fault led to multiple people dying. Would they just let me go from the scene of the crime?
I always assumed that they arrest you pending investigation. I mean, somebody died.
It's a fatality.
I think they have to charge you with manslaughter first. Or
I guess
criminally no, because that's vehicular.
They did end up charging the guy, but I don't think most people know that. He got on a plane with his pal and they went back to California, and they were over there for a second, and they go, okay, now you gotta come back here. And just seeing that play out, I was very confused as to why they would have let him go. I mean, you could see even in the still photography from the scene that this guy blocked all the lanes in his semi-truck. At the very least, he caused an accident that led to 3 people dying. I was super surprised they let him go.
I am too. I don't even think you would need the footage to determine that what he did was illegal. I mean,
no,
the entire truck was across the turnpike.
It was still there. Yeah, it was still there, and everybody at the
let
scene.
him go. How did he leave? What did he drive in?
Well, he flew. I guess somehow he got back to the airport. They flew to California, and then in California they got them in custody, and that just continues to have some twists and turns. Hit the brakes, some of you though, because everybody is tagging me and asking me, especially in the video that I posted yesterday. And they're saying, what about this other video that's going viral? This guy was involved in another accident, the Indian dude, and it knocked down a bridge, some other mistake that he made. There's nothing to it that I could see just yet. Like there's absolutely no facts that says that same guy was involved in some other terrible incident previously that took down a bridge. It just looks like a bunch of speculation on social media so far. But
no, he was the guy. Not only did he get his CDL, he got a ship captain's license. He was the guy that knocked into the Key Bridge, Francis Scott Key.
It was a different bridge incident, but they were like, this guy was so bad, he crashed into another bridge and knocked the bridge down or something. I go, wait, I don't know. This is getting a little too crazy. I do a little fact checking. I don't think so. I don't think that's happening here. Over to a grocery store. I want to ask you guys about this first. Have you ever in your lives, C-Lane or Sabrina, been to a Meijer? M-E-I-J-E-R? I think I'm saying that right.
I've never even heard of it, but I guess it's the Publix of that place.
Yeah, an American supermarket chain, Meijer, is facing boycott calls. People are up in arms after something that they did. You've probably seen maybe some clips of this going viral in the last 48 hours or so. And it's this body cam footage. The cops show up, and apparently this Meijer grocery store employee, James Dennison, is confronted by the cops because he stole $110 worth of fruit cups and chicken in 3 months. And the defenders of this kid... in
3 months and he only got $110 worth?
Fruit cups are real cheap these days.
He was snacking on them. And see if you could bring up the GoFundMe for him, because I heard James Dennison. I heard there's a GoFundMe, Denison, and people are saying this is so wrong that we should boycott this Meijer grocery store because he's like autistic or special needs or something. But then there's pushback on that where they're like, no, the kid's faking it. He's not actually special needs. So I said, we've got to get into this. Let's see what's happening. Here's the body cam.
Hello. Hey.
All right, they got him in the office.
So we have James here.
We have James here. James is the Meijer employee. He's got his little Meijer shirt on, and he's got a little zip up. He's inside I'm guessing, the boss's office.
Just James. Right here. Okay. He is, he works in our deli department. Okay. And
he works in the deli department, they said.
We found out that he's just been taking, orders of chicken.
He's been taking orders of chicken.
I'm sorry, is his boss Beldar Conehead?
It looks like somebody from Coneheads.
Look at the other dude.
Oh,
look at that guy's head. Maintain low tones. Maintain low tones with me.
It's funny because somebody's filming this reading a piece of paper, and his head sticks out of the piece of paper.
That is a very particular
look at
bald
that
head.
guy's. Oh, God.
That's an alien.
If I work at a grocery store and I'm snacking on like some fruit cups or like having a nibble of the chicken, you're going to call the cops on me?
I love that they waited for 3 months to gather all this evidence instead of saying, hey, fella, can't do that first week. The GoFundMe looks to be down.
It is?
Yeah,
okay.
So New York Post.
Interesting. Because the video has now 20 million views.
Yeah, 3 days. I'm sorry, just a day ago, it was already at $28,000. And then I go to click the link, which was Justice for James, and it is not found.
All right, because people are saying he's faking being special needs. I don't know if that plays into it. Let's go back to the source stuff here. All right, he's been taking
orders of chicken
and fruit cups. Got a real criminal on our hands.
Yep. All right.
The guy's like smug too. Is smiling on the body cam here. Even if this guy's not special needs, like he stole some fruit cups, dude. Then what am I missing? This must be way worse than I'm anticipating here.
I feel like they're missing a bunch of nuts and bolts and metal screws.
Why would you go after somebody for taking some fruit cups and some chicken? and put your brand on the line like that?
James, do you have anything on you need to be aware of?
Fruit.
Not Don't reach for it if you do. Don't reach for it if you do.
Okay, so I have a Sharpie and a box cutter in this pocket.
Whoa, buddy.
All I have in this pocket is my phone and my earbuds, and then in my back pocket I have my wallet.
Right, go ahead and stand up for me.
Okay.
All right, just go ahead and put your hand in the wall for me. I'm just going to take everything out. We'll get it with you.
Bro, are we going a little overboard? This guy's like, whoa. Don't reach near your pockets. Go ahead and stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Got any more fruit cups? Grabbing his phone. We got a real criminal on our hands here. This woman looks uncomfortable who's in the office with all of them. All right, right now, they just keep showing this lady. This lady's like, oh, what have I gotten myself into here? What's happening in my world? I'm going to go viral. All right, is this it?
Yours?
All this stuff.
That's not my property or anything.
That should be my property. Yeah, that is.
So then I can stay here with them.
Yeah.
All right.
And everything else.
Anything in your shoes or anything like that?
Nope.
All right, there they go. And then they put your hands behind your back, and they arrest this young guy and get him out of there. It took place in Seven Hills, Ohio. It took place last year, and all of a sudden, the body cam footage, which they released, has gone viral. And they said the video shows the store manager accusing the 19-year-old special needs employee of petty theft. You heard what they had said after that. Meyer could have spoken with him after the first incident, but instead decided it was better to let him continue doing it until he met some sort of quota. And other sources are saying he was eating expired food that they had to throw out anyway. You fire him, you dock his last paycheck, you give him a bad reference and walk him out of a store, but you can't wait until his debt hits $100 and have him arrested. Fire the supervisor, issue a public apology. So it's looking really bad for the grocery store chain. And then they said he was caught and warned over and over again. He's not a minor. He's 19. He's not disabled. Let's see this story that they're linking to here. Let's get, okay. He doesn't deserve a refund. James broke the law. He stole once. They told him to never do it again. And he said, okay, sorry, it wasn't trash food. He did it again and again until they wanted to give him a life lesson. And it says, then they manipulated the body cam footage, some other guy, to do this. I don't know. It's hard to get down to what's actually happening here. We got to see if we can find out more about this because all of it has gone like stratospheric in the viral sense. But there's not a lot of details about this kid. You're saying that the GoFundMe is now officially down, though.
If I found the right link, yeah. It went up to $29,000 and then got shut down. And nothing beyond that. It was also started by a nurse in Florida.
Okay. All right. Very, very, very strange, but a story that's certainly making some waves out there. I'll see if I can dive any deeper and see who's right about this guy. Right now,
somebody said he wasn't stealing it and taking it home. He just ate a few bites on the job. So what? That's not really a justification.
Yeah, but like imagine if you were like the main boss at that store, would you care if they were like nibbling on some snacks and stuff? I don't know if I would really care about that much. Just personally.
If he is special needs too, I mean.
Like it does change things. Yeah, like that's a tough thing. Like it really does change things if the guy's special needs or not. Because the expectations from these employees, have to be like attached to what their view and lenses on the world.
You still got to teach them that stealing's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. But do you need to do that?
I don't think you need to get him arrested.
Yeah, and the cops seem to be taking it so seriously.
Just fire him.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. Chris is talking about Meijer stores.
Afternoon, News Junkies.
Hey,
Sean. Meijer's kind of like a Walmart ripoff up in the Midwest, up in the Rust Belt, Ohio, Michigan. Similar type of setup. There's a grocery store. There's also kind of a department store where you can buy just regular everyday goods. But
really,
same type of clientele, same type of workers you get at a regular Walmart. I saw the video. Wouldn't surprise me if the guy was faking, but people do weird stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
The problem is people will find a video like this. They'll post it online. When it starts to go viral, go, how can I make money? And then they launch a GoFundMe, and you never even know if that's actually attached to the person that it's targeting to begin with. That's sort of like this underbelly economy of giving that we have going on that makes things a little more difficult. So we'll see if there's any updates to that as the day goes on. Cracker Barrel is recovering a bit. Cracker Barrel is pulling up the nose.
Oh my God! I should have bought when we had the chance.
If you would have, it's only down $5.88 on the day, so it's up like $3 from when we talked about it earlier. They may recover after all. Cracker Barrel may survive this incident. It's very, very edge based right now, and we don't know if it's going to fall off a cliff or rocket up to the stratosphere. But right now, Cracker Barrel is recovering at least a little bit. We'll see what you have to say about all of this. We'll get into your dispatches. I got those queued up and ready to go. We got jury duty on the way. An update on the Canada law about you can't go hang out in the forest. You can't go wander out into the forest in Canada. The update on this was very surprising to me. So we'll get into that together. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show, because therapy is expensive. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
You won't be running into any surprises affecting your ride this afternoon. It's just going to be some typical delays piling up here on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's some slowdowns there. Traffic's piling up through the city. You won't be running into any issues on I-95 or Florida's Turnpike. But if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
If you've been in Florida long enough, you know that if that right hurricane hits, you could be a couple days without power. It's a very annoying thing to have to deal with, whether you stick it out and then you're just hot and sweaty all the time, or you stay with a friend and sleep on a couch. It's uncomfortable. It's no good. If you're that person in the neighborhood and then you're looking around and a couple of your neighbors, they got those solar panels on the roof, they got the backup. Those people are cold. Their fridge is cold. They are comfortable. You could be them next time. Call Solar Installers of Florida. They will design a solar system built for your house, built for your power needs, complete with storage, meaning you are not only producing your own power, you're keeping it. You're holding on to it yourself. That means lower bills all year long, reliable backup power when storms roll through, while others wait for the power company. Wait for the lineman to come by. Your home keeps running. Don't wait till the storm is on the radar. Make the upgrade today. Call Solar Installers of Florida at 407-777-5050. You can get a quote in under 5 minutes. And if you tell them C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you, they'll kick some more money off that bill. 407-777-5050. Or visit them online at solarinstallersofflorida.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Sometimes injuries that may seem minor today affect you for the rest of your life. Not all injuries are visible. I've seen it too many times. A client hires the wrong attorney who just wants to get fast cash. You've already gotten hurt in the accident. Don't get hurt again.
Hey, everybody. Some drama in the rock and roll world. A battle versus the White House, too. Jack White of the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army fame, said that the White House is now vulgar. It looks like a gaudy professional wrestler's dressing room. The White House says he's a washed-up, has-been loser with ample time on his hands. Trump's added a lot of gold to that White House. He's added a lot of gold to the White House. But is the White House ugly? Has the White House been made uglier? I personally hate the style of all gold everything. Like gaudy, Saudi Arabian prince style. Jack White has been on a tear for a while now. I mean, it's no surprise to me that there's no love lost between Jack White and the White House, right? Like, he's never going to be like, well, actually, He's not going to be a big fan. The design is over the top, just like Trump. For anybody who's seen any of Trump's buildings, this is not a surprise at all. I've seen Sean's bathroom. Don't let him fool you. I assure you Bootsy is lying to you. There is no gold in my bathroom, though she has seen it. She's not lying. There is no gold in there, I assure you. And she didn't even find any of the secret rooms. 2 minutes and we're coming back. Is it true he put Obama's portrait on the bathroom wall? I don't think so. AJ Soup says, I can confirm, I've seen it too. They're messing with you folks. All right, the only thing I can tell you is they're messing with you. There is no gold in there. Look at me. What gold do I wear? You see any gold? Wallpaper is greater than gold. So there are secret rooms, yes. You have a golden personality? Wow. I hear the Cracker Barrel has a lot of extra shit they took off the walls. They could remodel the White House with that. True. My hot take is that the White House has always been ugly and could be drastically improved on by making it some sort of like tech billionaire, massive estate that's futuristic and modern. But the taxpayers probably won't want to do it. Okay, we're coming back. Let's do it. Yeah, the White House is just kind of ugly. But I'd rather not redo it, price-wise. All right, here we go.
Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart 80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeart Radio.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Learn more on the website, thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. One thing I saw, this made me uncomfortable. Oh, my God. I don't know what to do with this. And I need you airplane expert peoples to be like, hey, Sean, calm down. Not a big deal. No worries. But when I see, hey, part of an airplane wing broke off on this Delta flight, and it's a Southwest Airlines or Delta Airlines flight, actually. And I'm like, I've been on Delta before. And you look out and like the big chunk of the wing just pops off in the middle of this flight.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, oh, okay, good. Yeah, let's go. Going from Orlando to Texas, the flight was. Let me see if there's anything in this
New this
story.
morning, the FAA is investigating a scare on a Delta flight from Orlando after part of the wing broke in the middle of the flight.
No big deal.
Boeing 737
right there.
was headed from Orlando to Austin on Tuesday when passengers say they noticed something.
Do we need this part?
The
what is it?
flapper?
Yeah, it's a flap. I feel like we need a flap, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's very vital when it comes to the landing process and takeoff.
Generally, when you're slowing down, they push those flaps down, and this one is about to totally pop off the side of this Delta flight. So that's a little bit worrisome. I got to be real with you.
Partially broken away from the wing during the flight. In this video here, you can see the flap dangling behind the wing.
It didn't come off all the way.
The plane was shaking, but was able to land safely in Texas. In a statement, Delta confirmed there was an issue and said the plane was taken out of service.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Sometimes the wings fall off.
Orlando too, man.
I mean, everything was fine.
Everything technically did get it to land safely, but it's still
You're
very, very
supposed to be
worrisome.
able to land safely with one engine off.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Nobody wants to.
Your expectations are really dropping for service out there. What are you talking about? Yeah, we landed. We're all safe here. Yeah, but the part of the wing was popping off. That does concern me. I'm a little bit put off by it. Tell us what you think. This happening out of Orlando, headed to Texas. So could have been people listening in Texas or people here in Orlando affected by this. Do let us know. Before we get to this incredibly viral video today of a fight at a school and a kid getting suplexed by the people who work at the school. Great job on their part, by the way.
Which one is the suplex?
I don't exactly know, but one of the guys picks up the kid and slams him down.
Is that just one of those things that you hear enough? You're like, oh, they went for the Hail Mary, and you don't know actually what the Hail Mary is.
Oh, I know what the Hail Mary is. I don't know what a suplex is, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. I don't know what that means.
What's the Hail Mary?
Hail Mary is when you are going for a last-minute touchdown, and you drop way back, and you just try to last as long as you can, and you just air that sucker out, and you hope, Hail Mary, you hope that the ball is caught by one of your guys, and then they run it into the end zone.
Yeah, suplex is kind of like that.
Pretty sure I know that.
Yeah, it's the wrestling move where they lift the other person and they throw them as hard as they can, hoping that they get the points in the wrestling world.
I don't even know if that's what the guy actually did, but we'll explore that in a moment. I did give you a story last week, I think, about how Canada was telling people you are banned from the woods. You can't go into the woods. There's been forest fires in Nova Scotia and Canada, and they've told people you can't go into the woods. And these kind of things for forest fires are great examples of how dumb government can be. A lot of stuff they did during the pandemic was like this, too. I mean, most people know this, and it's just kind of common sense. But most forest fires are not started by some nefarious man with a little thing of gasoline and a lighter that he's setting everything on fire with in the woods. The vast majority of wildfires, I do believe, are started by things like power transmission lines and most notably lightning. That starts a lot of these fires. It's just a natural reaction in more cases, more often than not.
Wasn't there a while, though, where a lot of them were, or at least a few notable ones, where it was like people tossing out cigarettes?
I'm sure there's always been campaigns against that. But whenever you got these fires taking over, they always go they focus on the humans doing it. It's like, we can control a little percent. Well, let me not talk out of my ass. See, look up wildfire causes. And we'll see what percentage of those are humans versus what percentage of those are like lightning and things like that. In Canada, I know the stats that I saw were pretty significant on the natural side, but they always focus on things like the bad guy out there. Don't want anybody wandering out in the woods in Canada, okay? In Nova Scotia, stay inside. You can't light any fires out there. Everybody get fat indoors, even in the nicest part of the year in Canada. But I don't believe that's the way you actually fix these kind of issues. It's probably less exciting stuff like, cutting down the forest and doing prescribed burns and things like that.
This pie chart is not very impressive.
No, sorry. What's it say?
No, I'm just saying the graphic-wise, it is very, very basic.
What do the numbers say? Was I wrong on that?
Causes of wildfires, debris burn, 23.5%.
Okay.
Machine. It just says machine, 14.7.
Fire machine.
Arson, 19.5%. Lightning, 7%. Campfire, 8%.
Wow.
Smoking, 5.6%.
19 for arson is very interesting to me.
Yeah. Arson at 19%, though, is what they always focus all of the energy on. They're like, these people have been doing this. Wait, did you say smoking? Why wouldn't smoking be? Well, I guess that's not purposeful, so it's not arson.
Children, 4.8%. It's when you light a child on fire and toss it out the window.
They go up so quick these days.
What'd you do? Is that ChatGPT?
No. I went to Google. This is from Northeast States Emergency Consortium.
Okay. I'm just going to do it. Because when you ask ChatGPT, which I just did, they're saying one of the leading natural causes is lightning strikes. Hilariously, it says volcanic eruptions is next in line. But I think we're okay. And then spontaneous combustion when things get really, really hot out there. But you're right, C-Lane. All of these lists have discarded cigarettes in them still. But in Canada, with these weird laws and weird reactions that they've had, here's the deal. They've told these folks out in Nova Scotia, you can't go out into the woods. You can't go walk out into the woods. There's a ban on going into the woods, right? And from what I could tell, they caught one of the guys who actually was lighting the fires. They caught one of the guys who was actually legitimately going out in the woods at that small percentage of fires that's lit by a person, an arsonist.
Didn't they do that in California too? They had some videos while when LA was really bad, one of the recent times, where they were finding homeless people or either setting stuff on fire or something. We
played a video of that. It was like them getting out of a truck and putting gasoline on someone else's house and dipping.
Yeah, but they've caught some of the people for arson. One of the people that I saw, who lit multiple fires in Canada got let off with a slap on the wrist, no jail time, no nothing, no real punishment or whatever. There was literally somebody who was lighting fires on purpose in Canada, and they let him go. But if you go out in the woods, there's a fine now. And they just hit a Canadian Armed Forces veteran with one of these fines because they found him out walking in the woods in Nova Scotia in Canada. And they fined him. And he didn't do anything. He didn't light a fire or anything. The guy who lit the fire got no punishment. The Armed Forces veteran in Canada got a $28,872 fine for just being in the woods. You just go out and walk into the woods, and they hit you with a $29,000 fine. And then the people who actually light the fires, Canada goes, you're fine. You're okay. You probably didn't really mean it, okay? But that's what's happening over there as they continue to have sweeping bans of anybody in Nova Scotia wandering out into the forests.
I'm trying to find newer numbers because that thing that I was reading, I think, was from 2000, which may have contributed to the crap quality of the pie chart.
Yeah,
but also may have also contributed to the number caused by smoking, because if it was 2000 and we are 25 years later, a lot less people smoke.
Yeah, probably.
And I think at some point they changed the cigarettes to be more fire safety.
Oh, is that true? Huh.
Yeah.
I'd not even heard of that before. That's interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on the Canadian story as that bubbles up out there. I got to get to this fight already at a California high school, which is some of the most insane stuff you're going to hear all day. That's coming up in Jury Duty. And then we'll talk about it the final hour of the show. This man who's, they call him the nicest judge in the world. This viral judge, this guy. He died.
My heart is broken.
Rest in peace.
And we'll try to find some of his greatest hits to share with you to explore this dude and why people enjoyed him. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
Some college football news. Florida is planning to honor former coach Urban Meyer in their November 22nd game against Tennessee, celebrating Meyer's induction into the College Hall of Fame. Meanwhile, UCF announces 6 new members of its Hall of Fame class, including workhorse running back Alex Haynes. Baseball last night, the Rays lost to the Yankees in 10 innings. They get swept in the series. The Marlins avoided a sweep by beating the Cardinals. I'm Matt McCoy.
You wouldn't drive a car under the influence, so why would you operate a boat? The FWC wants to remind you that operating a boat while impaired is just as deadly as driving a car and carries the same penalties. Be as safe at sea as you are on land. Visit myfwc.com for more info.
Hey guys, Russ Rollins here. Lose weight, gain muscle, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you've noticed a lack in energy lately, how about brain fog, trouble in the bedroom? Well, you probably have low T. It's more common than you think, and it is treatable. Truth is, men today have 20% lower testosterone than even our dads had. Ugh, yeah, man. Hey, but there's a solution to it. You'll find it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. They offer full strength.
Turn it on anyway. Let's go, Mike, everybody. Courtney's complaining again. Big surprise. No complaining. You were sweatier yesterday.
I didn't go yesterday.
You were still sweatier.
How was I sweatier yesterday?
That's how sweaty you were yesterday. All I can do is, I like to, when you come back from your run, look at the Rorschach test of your sweat. Okay, the back is 100% coverage. Yeah. But I've seen it sweatier than that. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Okay.
I think you could do better.
You can turn off the light in the fish tank.
You can turn off the light in the fish tank.
I don't have that.
I turned it off, but not because you told me to.
Oh, I'm sure.
I just do whatever I want.
Yeah, you do. That's true.
Does Courtney ever flash Sean? You guys are weird. Oh my God! She just showed her boobs, everybody. Camera, pan over there. Where are you going?
I don't know.
How's your watch treating you?
It's fine. My fucking AirPods.
Oh my God! Okay. What?
They want to control the volume that I'm listening
It
at.
turns it up?
It keeps turning it down.
Do you need new AirPods?
No, it must be a setting on my phone.
Okay.
It's like, oh, it's too loud, Courtney.
I don't know. The new iPhone has some weird, like, in my email, it gives me a lot of AI stuff that I've turned off and it keeps doing it. I don't like it.
It like auto adjusts because I can see where my volume's at and then I'll go back to it and it pulls it down.
Oh.
I don't need it doing that.
Okay, all right. I'll help you fix it.
Okay, thank you.
See you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Jeez, folks. What are you gonna do? My iWatch has a new trick. It keeps trying to call the police. Kimberly says, I was 8 years old when I finally joined the world of watching the News Junkie on YouTube. Yes! High five, Kimberly. Thank you. Welcome on board. I think the conversion rate, once somebody goes from listening on the radio over to YouTube, it's sort of a like, I know if I did that, I would probably always prefer watching on YouTube. Even though we have like all sorts of time differentials and profanity dump delays and like C-Lane and Sabrina's video is out of sync with their audio sometimes, I still think it's just a better experience. So thank you. 3 minutes and we're coming back.
When you can start your vacation early, the legendary Cocoa Beach is your ultimate pre-cruise paradise.
Jury duty is next. And we'll get to this school fight. No more running to see it now for pics or video? True! Man, my video is popping off, baby. Thank you to all the peoples over on Facebook. 113,000 followers. Latest video, 212,000 views in the first 18 hours. Based. My new video format, filming over here, is paying off. Editorial viral videos, 5 minutes or so. Edit, make it so it's nice and punchy and easy to watch. Recipe worked out on test number 1. Okay. Back in 90 seconds. I'll leave that. Us Twitch kids get no love until something goes wrong over there on YouTube. I mean, I don't think that's true. I like my Twitch friends. The Twitch audience will be real with you sometimes. The Twitch audience and the Discord audience is sort of like the secret shows audience. By the way, 2 secret shows tonight, a double header of secret shows live tonight on the News Junkie Discord, and then up on Friday by 5 p.m. on the newsjunkie.com for subscribers. Go subscribe now. When you subscribe, you can claim a gift. You can get the No Shit Warlock pin. You can get the Skin Bear sticker. You can get a magnet, a random magnet. And you can join in on the Secret Shows fun. So that's going down tonight. But the Secret Shows audience, the Discord audience, the Twitch audience, they're more like apolitical, fun, smart internet people. I like that. Personally, I like it. Here we go.
And podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
OUC is proud to be known as the reliable one. Based on the most recent PSC data from Florida's investor-owned utilities, OUC ranked #1 in the state for reliability. Your power, our priority. Learn more at ouc.com/reliability.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Jury duty is on the way, and we'll get into this insane fight that's going viral out of California. I don't know why they're fighting. It's so early into the school year. It's not time for fighting yet. We will get into the fight video here in just a moment and into some of your feedback. I guess there's a trend out there in the job world where the job market has weakened. So all these people who were job hopping all over the place, especially during the pandemic and stuff, like you had the job world by the balls during the pandemic. You had it made in the shade, and you were going, you know what? You're not paying me enough to assemble these Caesar salads. I would like twice as much, or I'm going to the other place. And then people will be like, all right, here you go, $37 an hour to make Caesar salads. And then you just keep moving from job to job to job. But now, no more job hopping. I guess it's job hugging that is really taking off out there, where the labor market is grim at the moment, according to Axios. Hiring has stalled, and with fewer options, people are trying to stick with their current employers. And they are suggesting that there's higher levels of job anxiety right now. So those people who are like, hey, I'm just going to go get a different gig. I don't care. You don't treat me well enough here. I want every day that ends in a Y off. And if you don't give that to me, well, too bad, so sad. On to the next one. But now I think people are looking at a different job market, and you're holding on a little bit tighter, at least according to this. Tell us if that's your experience. If you're out there searching for gigs, let us know if that's how it's going. Right now, let's do this. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. We love Mo DeWitt around here. He's a great guy. He's a great attorney. He's a guy who's going to fight for you. And after an accident, you have lots of choices. There's many, many billboards with many big attorneys looking at you and many big checks. But Mo's the guy. He's the one who fights against these insurance companies and treats you right. So give him a call, 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. Let's go to school. Here we go.
Yay!
In California, I don't know where they are exactly, but their mascot is the zebras.
Okay.
That's not a great mascot, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. They're fast, right?
Weren't you the Shamadan Lions or Tigers? Or
We were the Lions, yeah. Shamadan Madonna.
A lion's going to take out a zebra 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't think that's very great, but apparently this early into the school year, there's already problems. And at Lincoln High School, this now incredibly viral clip is popping off. And this out-of-control kid, who probably will be in jail, if not today, in the next couple of years here for an extended period of time. I see so much of this, man. I see these kids who, like, there's no rules, there's no nothing in their world. There's probably no parents. There's probably, at most, you got one parent just struggling to keep it together. And these kids, and they're like, any authority figure, get out of the way. I do whatever I want around here. Do you know who I am? Respect me. And it's like, dude, why should I respect you? What have you done in your days? What have you done to deserve that? Big fight at this school. Here it goes. All right.
Hey, record that.
All right, he's getting into it with somebody who's in the facility, like that's working at the school. He already slapped him in the face. You can see that he's saying the F word. He slapped him right there.
Oh, my God.
This person. Now there's somebody else over there to help. Now, the last moment in this is why it's gone viral. They pull him out onto the basketball court in front of all the students. They're all watching this. He's trying to take off his backpack to get into a fight with this administrator. And his pants are falling down. Now he's really, really into fighting with this guy. Ready for it? Here goes.
Oh. Wait, was that the kid or the other?
That was an administrator ran up from behind somebody who ran up at the last minute and picked him up and slammed his ass. That's what I was saying, suplex. So they came up right as they went outside, grabbed him, police officer.
Pow, and then the door closes so quickly.
They got him out of that hallway and mega suplexed his ass. And everybody at the school was like, all right, here we go. Instant barbarians moment is what they call it. He had that coming, in my opinion.
Would have been even funnier if the view of it was better, but you saw just enough. You saw the white sweater go flying.
Yeah, he's probably regretting
it. You think, or
no?
State?
I would not be surprised, because behind every bad kid like that is a parent that will tell you what a good kid they are. Mm-hmm. So many times you see this. It's a parent that goes, my angel,
but never.
My young, he doesn't. No, he's respectful. And you go, get out of here. So that's what's happening at this particular California high school. We got more things to get into, including this judge that passed away. I wanted to share something different with you. I don't know what's going on out there in the world. Everybody's just so desperate for the next crazy thing that they're doing stunts that just seem like a flat out bad idea. They just seem like a bad idea. I thought this was fake, but I guess it's real. There's a video making the rounds where some guy on a dirt bike jumps from one Red Bull semi truck to another one.
Nice.
As they're driving down a road.
It does give you wings, doesn't it?
Yeah, they gave it to him. Let's watch this together. You can watch the show on YouTube if you want to. Go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie.
That's pretty cool.
What are we doing? He jumped over a road sign.
Oh, he almost didn't make it.
And it was pretty close. And he lands on the second truck. These are two semis going down the interstate. He hits the gas, jumps up over a road sign onto the back of a second semi.
I'm sorry. So the other side's still regular traffic? Because
people are just driving along.
They only got a permit to close one direction of the highway.
Oh, God. I can't imagine being just like driving down after hour 2 of my road trip. And is that really what I just saw?
No big deal. Nothing to worry about here. I'm going to put this up on See It Now so you guys can take a look, because obviously this is a visual for those of you listening to the show. I'm getting a screenshot right now, but it's like, what's going on out there? Nobody can compete with this anymore in the stunt world.
There is probably a lot of difficulty in making sure the two trucks are the right amount away from each other. Mm-hmm. Not too far, definitely, but also not too close, because he needs some room on that second truck to slow down.
Yeah.
So that could be a matter of, cruise control and stuff like that. Timing it with the road sign is insane.
I would be losing my mind, man. All right, I put that up. Go check it out if you want to see the visual of that. It's up for you. And I'd encourage you, when you get a second, to take a look on the website. Where is that? Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now.
Physics-wise, because both trucks are moving, or at least because of the original truck that you're on is moving, do you add the speed of the truck to the speed of your motorcycle?
What are you doing right now?
Ow, like my head just throbbed a little bit.
Do you take pi time? I don't know. The guy hit the gas. He hit the accelerator on his dirt bike and jumped onto another truck.
He has to go faster, C-Line.
And he is going faster because the truck is moving too.
Yeah, but you're saying he's on one semi, he's moving, and he has to go fast enough to jump over the road sign, and then he has to land on the second semi, which is also moving. So does he have to go faster because it's moving?
When his wheels leave the first semi,
yes,
he's going faster than his speedometer says. He's got to be, because you got to add the speed, the forward motion of the.
I can't answer that question for you. That is out of my depth.
My answer is yes.
Yeah, my answer is he did it. He accomplished it, whatever it was. He did it. And
you guys are no fun. You guys are big old party poopers.
Sorry, it's confusing. You know, it's hard to determine and sound educated at the same time. Like, I believe so. The answer is yes.
I look like Matt Damon here. I'm going to go up to the chalkboard.
Matt Damon doesn't know physics.
You don't look like Matt Damon. I don't even know why you had to ask.
That was
you didn't have to go so aggressive on that, you know.
I don't know. You guys are yucking my yum on my physics question.
I'm down to yum if I knew how to yuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, physics was so long ago. I imagine. So if they were to brake suddenly, that motorcycle's going flying, because he is taking the whatever that word is. He is going with his speed in the motorcycle and the speed of the actual truck. So I know for sure if they were to both slam on the brakes, he would go flying like double the speed that he originally was.
Only one way to find out.
All right.
Get him back out there.
Let's
get him back out there. One of the semi trucks.
See what it's like if you crash, sir. Red Bull.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Afterwards, just go, what's the, I keep forgetting the viral song. You know, damn it, man. Everyone's a little bit viral. Whatever it was, or if you do that, bingo, bango, sir. You're just really set in. Okay, I got some emails to get into. A lot of people talking about Carnival Cruise Line and the war on drugs in particular, so we will weigh on that in the Power Hour, but we have to talk about the nicest judge in the world. He's dead at 88 years old. We'll go through some of his greatest hits and see if maybe you knew who this guy was as people celebrate him today. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On your ride this afternoon, keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle off to the left shoulder getting cleared up on I-4 eastbound, approaching US 192. There's a disabled truck on I-95 northbound near LPGA Boulevard getting cleared up there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Traffic's moving pretty smoothly on most of the major roadways. You won't be expecting much trouble, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdor for smooth service. Book at everdor.com. Everdor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Hey guys, if you have been kicking around the idea of switching from getting your power from the power company to making your own power, going solar, now's the time to make moves, because at the end of the year, the 30% federal tax credit for going solar is coming to a close. It officially ends December 31st, and that means nearly a third of your system that could the credit could cover. That's thousands of dollars in savings.
All right, Power Hour, baby.
Make this switch, and they're not going to have a bunch of people pressuring sales.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Apparently, tonight, President Trump has just announced that he will be going on patrol with DC police and the feds on a patrol of these dangerous neighborhoods to see how the DC crackdown is going. Good idea or bad idea? Good idea or bad idea? Trump is hitting the streets in DC tonight after the National Guard has been deployed and the DC police have been working on a crackdown with them. And since that's been going on, allegedly they've brought down crime in some of these worst areas, at least temporarily. And Trump is just now announcing he's hitting the streets and walking on a tour through the bad neighborhoods of DC tonight. He will fake it like the moon landing. So cool, he's going to fake a shot again. Conspiracy theorists in the house. He's going to die? Well, if he doesn't, will you be convinced that DC is safer? What do you think? We're going to talk about this when we come back. I've got all the announcements related to this, but Trump has just announced he's going to hit the streets in Washington, D.C. tonight and go on patrol with the D.C. cops and the feds. Oh, great. What a show. Is he selling tickets? He should wear his Trump gold sneakers. They won't even let a sitting president drive a car. How real do you think Trump's patrol will be? I don't know. I mean, let's be real. There's a very, very little chance that they're going to leave anything to chance in these neighborhoods. So if the president's out there walking the streets of D.C., I can imagine that they're going to have such a significant security presence that there's no real risk. That's crazy, though. That'll be interesting to see. Two minutes, we're back to talk about this. A king surveying his domain? Maybe. I gotta tell you, some of you who are very political will have a problem detaching yourself from this. But normies like this stuff, okay? Normies like crime being cracked down. Even if you don't think it will work long term, all of that stuff, that is a very, very popular thing to do. To go in and be like, we're taking all the criminals and we're kicking their asses, and we're putting a stop to this. We're going to make these neighborhoods safer. And then to flex and go, we're going to walk around this neighborhood would be big. I mean, that's if nothing goes horribly wrong. Some gangbanger who's like, I don't like this whole thing. I'm going to make you pay for this. Pops off a shot at him. That's a game changer. Let's see what you think, because I got the story here ready to go, and some of the details. And we'll talk about this Judge Caprio. I got his greatest hits here. Rip this judge.
Phospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, ReeseWindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Like a car crash you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
This is going to be interesting. I'll tell you what's going down tonight that we'll have some people watching for sure in just a moment. Join us on the show. Record your video or audio dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com. Just moments ago, this came breaking across the wire. Here we go.
Well, guys, this just in. Fox can confirm that President Trump will go on patrol tonight in our nation's capital with law enforcement and military personnel at his side. President Trump broke the news today in a radio interview, and we expect more reportable details shortly.
So I don't know how much is in on this just yet, because I guess he just announced this, but Trump is allegedly going to hit the streets in Washington, D.C. tonight.
I will be watching live. Tell me he's going to have from head to toe all the gear.
I don't know. They're saying he's going to go on patrol. Like, he's going to go with the D.C. police and the feds and go
How do they let
on
a president do that?
Well, that's a risky thing, isn't it? I mean, that's...
He has all his... It's going to be so much security.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it. I mean, when a president goes to make a stop anywhere, don't they days before kind of survey everything?
Yeah. I mean, look, you know people who own restaurants where they've thought about having like the governor visit, and they come months before and they do background checks on everybody, and
so now they're scrambling to make sure that the streets are extra safe.
See if you can find anything else details-wise, because he just kind of announced this, but Trump is like, I'm walking the streets of D.C. I believe in the crackdown, and I'm walking the streets of D.C. tonight. And if it was that dangerous, this is either a great flex or maybe, a bad idea.
Maybe his logic is that he's calling it there, or they're calling it on patrol. Mm-hmm. Maybe the logic is that the patrol has been so good for D.C. that the president can walk the streets. It's so safe now.
I don't know if that's true, though. Like, you can't just stroll around out there ever.
Yeah, everything's all developing. Everyone is scrambling right now to see the details.
I think he just announced this like a minute or two ago. So let me see. This says Trump will join the police and military. Hang on, let me knock down the old paywall arena. Trump said he will join police, military on the D.C. streets. Now, when I hear on the streets, I think he's like, he's walking with
That's
feet.
right. Give me a gun. Give me the biggest gun.
Yeah, like he's going through the neighbor, like he's going through the hood. That's what I'm seeing. He's going through the hood in D.C.
So this is interesting. ABC News is claiming, along with everyone else, a developing story, but the plan came a day after J.D. Vance, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and White House Deputy Stephen Miller visited the National Guard at Union Station, where they were drowned out with booze from protesters.
Okay.
So they expect the same protesters and the booing?
I don't know. I saw that clip of them walking through some area, and there was some people booing at them. But there are also people who have been saying that things have been improved as a result of this. And then I also saw, I don't know if I could find this anymore, but there were some young kids that were out talking to all the National Guard soldiers and stuff, and they were like, man, it's been real quiet around here. There's been a lot of updates on this, but D.C. probably ain't in that quick of a turnaround safe enough for the president to just go on a little jaunt. Trump says he will patrol D.C. alongside law enforcement and the National Guard. I'm going to go out tonight. I'm going to go with the police and with the military, of course, Trump said during this interview. It's a high-profile photo op, And it wasn't on his public schedule or anything like that. But now the crazy thing is, like, maybe you shouldn't have said that ahead of time, because if there was somebody on the streets of D.C. who's like, you want to crack down crime around here? I'll get you.
But then what happens? Does Trump get to shoot off the rubber bullet himself?
I don't know. I refuse to believe, and I could be wrong about this, but I refuse to believe this would actually be just walking, feet hitting the pavement, going through the hood. That would be a move if he did that, but I don't, like, it's probably just going to be in a car driving around looking at things.
Do you think they let the president have a gun? Not for this. Hold on.
I don't know.
Not for this. No? Not for this. I'm going to say in general.
Mm-hmm.
They can't drive.
Yeah.
They're not allowed
to drive a car.
No.
Except on their own personal property, like
is that physics question all over again, C-Lane? Jesus, man.
We'll see what happens
you guys
with
the physics question. You're unbelievable.
That's all we have so far. Just a little tidbit that the president is going to go on patrol. All right, let's get into this, because I wanted to bring the sad news to you about Judge and social media star Frank Caprio, who unfortunately died at 88 years old. And even those of you who listen to the show remember viral moments that we've shared.
Yeah.
I don't remember when this came up, but remember the guy who got the ticket and he was like 96 years old?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen him so much. He is like absolutely part of my TikTok algorithm, this judge.
The little girl that got to stand up in the judge chair with him, or the judge area, and he kept asking her what to find her mother, and she kept saying money. She's like,
the 10,000.
He was like, do you want me to find her $50 or no money? And she's like, $50.
There was another one where a guy brought his little kid thinking like, oh, I have the cute kid. I know how it worked with that little girl. And he was there for a running of the red light, and the kid immediately said, "My dad just ran a red light to get here."
This guy was fun.
Wholesome. Really.
I'll give you a couple moments from him. This is a 96-year-old man at his courtroom.
96 years old, and I drive slowly, and I only drive when I have to. I was going to the blood work for my boy. He's handicapped.
Oh. You were taking your son to the doctor's
office?
Judge
Caprio right here.
Yeah. I take him for blood work every 2 weeks because he's got cancer.
Damn.
You are a good man. You really are what America is all about. Here you are in your 90s, and you're still taking care of your family. It's just a wonderful thing for you. Well,
I'll fine you $1,000.
That would have been brutal if he just dropped the hammer.
And contempt. You're in jail for the next 30 days.
You won't be able to take him to the blood test anymore,
Doesn't
man.
mean you can break the law.
How old is your son?
63.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Daddy's still taking care of him, right?
I only drive when I have to.
Yeah. Listen, sir, I wish you all the best. I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health, and your case is dismissed.
Oh, I like that one. And I have one more for you. I haven't even seen this yet, but people said this is like classic. This woman, I guess she says she loves her husband. But she comes into the courtroom and she rats on her husband. She's like, he's guilty. Like, he's guilty. This is in Providence, Rhode Island. This is the woman that came in with her husband. And here, right? We got somebody who's not doing so well. This woman just keeps dumping on him, I think. Hang on, let me see. I'll go to the... Wait, is this... Dude, just having fun.
Did you see the message from his son, though? That announced that?
No. I saw the final video from him, which was like... I was like,
oh,
what is
he
this?
did a final video?
Oh, my God, you see? Look.
No.
Last year, I
Oh,
asked
Jesus,
you to
Sean.
pray for me.
Now, is this real? This can't be real. I don't...
Is
he's
it
like...
real?
He's in the bed. This can't be real. No, it's got to be fake. This says retired Providence Municipal Court judge has passed away. He's known for his viral clips. On Tuesday, he posted a social media video of him talking about his health setback. It just looks like AI, doesn't it? Like,
and
that's
it's very obvious that you did.
They say this is real.
I came through a very difficult period.
Oh, man.
Sounds like him.
Unfortunately, I've had a setback.
Oh, yeah, he did indeed. And over 40 years, he was a judge in Rhode Island, famously used compassion and humor to make judgments that took into consideration the personal circumstances of people who were in front of him in his courtroom. Seemed like a nice enough guy.
Following his retirement, they passed a legislation in Providence to rename his old municipal courtroom the Chief Judge Frank Caprio Courtroom.
Oh, okay. All right. I can get behind that, I think. Well, Trump going out to the streets of D.C., I've got some very, very trustworthy info coming in. And I try to make sure all the sources that are featured on this show are legit. And this is from Lindell TV. So this is this is the My Pillow guy. So this is going to be legit at the very least. And I think they're in D.C. talking about how things are. So maybe it won't be dangerous for Trump.
Here in the heart of Washington, D.C., I'm hitting the streets to talk directly to the people who actually live here. The ones who deal with the city's crime and chaos every single day.
This low budget.
Do you feel like President Trump's initiative to send in more police could be helpful for D.C. residents that don't live in safe areas?
Yes, I do. And I'm very appreciative of what Trump is doing. And I think everything that he's doing is helping D.C. as well as America.
At this point in my life, I think I'd rather move to another state.
How come?
Well, I've been shot 4 times.
Oh, my God.
Just to name a few.
Wait, are we sure the president should go out on the streets of D.C.? This guy's like, well, I've been shot 4 times. Yeah, get out of there. I don't blame you. Leave.
Attacked so many times, it's getting. I'm tired of it.
He's tired
of it. Shot 4 times?
Shot 4 times in my life, yeah.
So it was 4 separate times?
Since I moved to D.C.
Since you moved to D.C., you were shot 4 times?
Yeah.
Residents expressed frustration with wealthy liberals, progressive protesters.
After one time, you would think, what are the odds that I get shot again?
I'm good to go.
After 2 times, you should think about, maybe adjusting some of your activities or leaving. But you made it to 4, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's saying he wants out, though. At least this particular guy. Is there any other man on the street things here, or there's somebody else, another resident?
For our country, for our city of D.C. So none of us young people don't have to live out the rest of our lives robbing and killing or God knows what, or end up in jail, dead, or drunk, or becoming a drunk at the liquor store or loitering.
The youth in D.C. need more governing. They need more policing, more programs. Put programs back in place.
Y'all keep talking about the youth. Where they going at? They don't got no rec centers. They don't got no playgrounds. They don't got nothing. They don't even got boxing teams no more. Or football teams.
They got boxing is the answer. I used to be a boxer. I was a 2-time Golden Gloves champion.
No, wait a second. This is about me. Drop that in there, Kara.
And look where I am now.
Kara
on My Pillow Guys Network.
Trigger words like, I can make this about me. Well, there she is. She's on the streets of D.C. Trump's going to be on the streets of D.C. What do you think? How's this going? You think this has been good? Let us know. Send us what we call a dispatch. And indeed, you can record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's very easy for you to do it. You could send a video dispatch if you'd like. Somebody was talking about bombing drug dealers, and more the cartel would be the focus, but let's see.
So what's bombing a bunch of drug dealers going to do? If they make that much money, they're just going to move and do it somewhere else. If it's that lucrative, then bombing them isn't going to do anything, number one. Number 2, those are coke dealers. And the only people that do cokes nowadays or can afford it are tech bros.
Oh, he thinks it's the tech bros that are purchasing this stuff? I don't know. I know that we've tried not bombing them, and at least on the fentanyl front, that hasn't worked like gangbusters just yet, but maybe this will. I don't want to get into any more wars, but a lot of people have responded to the plan to perhaps launch some sort of war on these cartels in Mexico, South America, Central America, the places where that's going down. So let us know what your thoughts are. I'll work in more of those before the end of the show. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break, and we'll get into that. We've got somebody else on the field. We had a kid doing it yesterday. The kid runs out on the field and got absolutely goosed by the security. What happened to this person? We shall find out. The Menendez brothers, they went to this parole hearing, and, well, one of the comments at the parole hearing was very surprising. What was said? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Afternoon scattered showers might be affecting your ride this afternoon. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways in some areas. School's back in session, so expect the roadways to be a little bit busier than normal. On most of the major roadways, you won't be expecting any surprises. It's just going to be some familiar delays starting to pile up there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Guys, I'm talking to you. You deserve to look your best. And, it's easy to just go to that normal corner barber shop and pay a couple bucks and just get a haircut, do a quick thing, you're in and out. Why not take some time and treat yourself? You need to check out Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys. I've done it. It was a fantastic experience from the moment you walk in. It's clear it's not an ordinary barbershop. It's the first barber spa where you get a full grooming experience that's anything but basic. You got a big leather throne. Get your headphones on when you're not doing hair stuff. And sip on your favorite beverage. From beer to bourbon, their skilled artists will deliver a premium cut with razor outline, warm foam, shampoo, scalp massage, lavender-infused hot towels. It's a first-class experience, and it's only at Hammer & Nails. It's the best there because when it comes to men's grooming, they do not cut corners. They redefine the experience, and you're going to love it just like I did. Treat yourself to Hammer & Nails. Men's grooming redefined. Locations in Oviedo, Winter Park, Winter Garden, and Windermere. Mike. What's up there, friends? I'm going to get cut off in a second, I know. I know it. He's reaching for that thing. What's up, HD Afterbirth? Sean, weed consumer. All day yuckers. I keep seeing people talk about being banned. Is the hammer coming down today? Let's find out. Hello, Obi-Wan Kenobi's ghost. Great seeing a lot of you out at the poker tournament. That was a good damn time. I had a blast. What's up, Dan? Fizzy Boy, hi, hello. Lynette, Sean, all day yuckers. And Cat Batole. How's about I haven't forgot about you guys. I just every time I look up, it's Skull Mike time, you know. It's the guy. He's about to do it, isn't he? He's gonna hit the button. All right, he's looking at the chat. Now he knows. He knows it's my time. That's right, bitch. Anyway. Double stuffed secret shows tonight. Like the Oreo. Packed full of goodness. And we're going to have a good time. Looking forward to it. I have not had drinks in the last couple nights. Been doing the weed sodas. Feels like 3 nights, but it's really only been 2. Only been 2. So it'll be nice to get back off the wagon. You're really even on the wagon if you're doing the weed sodas. Are you? I guess it's California sober. But no, we're going to have some fun. I got some stuff. Maybe Josh has some stuff. I don't know. Sometimes he comes with stuff. Damn it, now I need Oreos. Ooh. There are enough Oreos out there. That could be a smackdown, but that's really just, I mean, how much do you have to say about different flavored Oreos? Especially when I'm a classic guy. Frozen Oreos are the best.
Hey, yo! Three minutes, and we're back. Grab bag segment coming up next. Got some very interesting clips that'll get you talking, I'm sure. And then we'll wrap it up before too long. How rude you were talking to C-Lane? Well, guess what? How were you talking to him? Wasn't he just doing a live read? Cracker Low? Oh, that's a good song, too. That was a... Who said that? Ryan, that's a good suggestion. If I didn't already... I just literally got ready for the end of the show with Today I Learned. I would have gone with that. Remind me tomorrow.
Studies show that kids with allergies have a hard time concentrating in school and have more absences than those without allergies. So what are you waiting for? Go to aspireallergy.com and book your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Okay. See, that was hyping secret shows too? Oh, man. I mean, he's right to do so. There are 2 secret shows tonight. A double mega secret shows extravaganza. Excelente. Happening tonight. You can watch live on Discord, which I know is a little weird and kind of clumsy for you to figure out if you don't know about this stuff. But here's what you do. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, subscribe to secret shows. If you want audio only, it's literally $2.99 a month. Pay for the $29.99 for the whole year, and you don't have to think about it anymore. And you get access to the audio from every show ever, okay? Video is $5.99 a month, and you get a lot of the video in the archives, maybe even more coming soon. When you subscribe, you get a gift. You can either get the No Shit Warlock pin, you can get the Skin Bear stickers, you can get a random magnet so you can play Game of Magnets, and then after you're subscribed, go to thenewsjunkie.com in the right hand corner, click like admin or settings or whatever it is, and you'll see where you can connect to the Discord, all right? If you have any problems, just go on Discord and ask. They're very nice people. 30 seconds, coming back. There's a viral sickness in this town. All right, let's go. Grab bag style.
And cut it out.
From iHeart Podcasts and Grim and Mild from Erin Mankey, this is Havoc Town, a new fiction podcast set in the Bridgewater audio universe. Listen to Havoc Town on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Havoc Town and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's the
newsroom. So great to have you on board. Learn more about the show. Follow everybody on the program at thenewsjunkie.com/share. Hello and thank you to our podcasters. We can't believe you join us every single day just to hang out with us, little old us. It's so nice of you. And you can subscribe if you're not over on thenewsjunkie.com. I'm trying to follow Cracker Barrel stock today just to see if the logo change, if the memes, if it's really affecting things.
Is it coming back?
They pulled the nose up a little bit. They're still down $5 on the day, 8.2% or 8.6% down. But that is way up from its low when it was down at about $50. Now it's up to $53.83. Maybe a rally back at the end. Cracker Barrel ain't going nowhere. They got all those locations and all those great spots for all those fat people. And fat people love them some Cracker Barrel, man. You go sit on a rocket chair, hang out, and go do some shopping, play the stupid peg game. You know how it goes. So they'll probably survive all of this. Now let's get to a grab bag segment. We'll start off with a little bit of your feedback. Gregory emails about the cartels. Gregory says, hang on. Gregory, I didn't get an email from him. Whoops, that didn't come through all the way. Anonymous says, to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, unrelated. In U.S. history, we have taken out Escobar, Noriega, all right, yeah, and others in military lead raids. There is an excellent series from National Geographic featuring a very brave journalist named Andrea Zeller, who speaks with cartel members within Mexico. We are going after the cartels, it seems. We have warships off the coast of Venezuela. I've seen the stories about what we're doing off the coast of Venezuela. He says, but as you said, the problem are victims on the streets that no longer have a supply if you cut this off. You can't really think about it that way, but it is something you have to consider. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go, well, we can never shut down the drug trade because what about all those addicts out there? Like, we can't really think about it that way too much, but you do have to at least consider it. He said, in more dangerous substances like xylazine, which is really easy to get in the U.S., being mixed with all sorts of drugs like opiates. The effects of illicit xylazine use on the streets will kill people in 6 months. So all the people in Kensington and Philadelphia that are hooked have a bad outlook, this person says. Another anonymous emails. Hello, News Junkie. I work for the State Department. They have a program called INLA, partially based out of Florida. They don't have a ton of things going on in drug war stuff currently, but in the past they were, and the program would fly aircraft over drug fields like weed or poppy to eradicate the drugs. The cartel would attack them, and eventually they stopped those operations to prevent from losing lives. I'm sure they've done a lot more and are still doing some sort of efforts. So the government has already been involved, but not to the level of Army versus cartel, I guess, says this person. Last one on this, Brandy to tips@thenewsjunkie.com says, how do I feel about the U.S. versus the cartels? It depends on how your military planning goes. It could be a walk in the park or a walk through drones for support. Could be an easy A for the military to end all of this. Well, I mean, that seems a little bit pie in the sky, but best of luck to all involved. All right, I want to go over to this because there's a sheriff's deputy that's in trouble for an encounter with an old man. Let's see how this went here, and let's see if we think that this, was inappropriate or this sheriff's officer should have been in trouble for what he did to this old guy he pulled over. Let's go. Let's see.
Deputy Johnson, Hempstead County Sheriff's Office. Hey. Next time, just pull over. Right in the middle of the road. I don't give a where you pull over at, tell you the truth.
Deputy Jason Johnson stopped 81-year-old Olin Lane in Hempstead County on July 25th for speeding on a county road. The officer decided to give Lane a warning for speeding and a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt.
Right. Honestly, if I sound aggressive, yes, I'm a little perturbed because you could have pulled over at any time. Yeah, I didn't know that.
While the officer was writing out the ticket,
he's giving him a ticket.
Him turn on his lights and start driving.
What are you doing? Do not move that vehicle again.
Deputy Johnson approached the vehicle for a second time.
Oh, no.
What did I do now? Give me the keys. What in the world did I do? Why did you take off from that stop?
Oh, man, these guys are
Wait, he
heated.
Gave them the ticket?
He was working on the ticket, and I think the old dude who's in his 80s thought the thing was over, and he drove
he
off.
Said warning.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and when he drove off, the old guy thought it was done, but you heard that the deputy in his car, I'll bring it back because he's got so mad. Let me go back on this clip.
I didn't know that.
While the officer was writing out the ticket, you can see him turn on his lights and start driving.
You doing? Do not move that vehicle again.
Deputy Johnson approached.
Just that voice, What are you doing?
My favorite's the old guy. What I do now?
What was it?
Approached the vehicle for a second time.
Give me the keys. What did I do now? Give me the keys.
What did I do now?
Why did you take off from that stop? I stopped. Why did you take off from this stop? Well, you better give me a good reason right now. I don't know. Step out the vehicle.
This time he placed Lane in handcuffs.
Retarded.
It really is back, huh?
Wow. Top 3.
Why is the cop in trouble? I mean, I can see like he's way aggro and he seems like a jackass, but the guy did drive off. Let's see what else happens here.
He then walked him to the patrol car where he pushed him into the back seat.
Step up in there.
He's in his 80s. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad.
Well, I'm sorry.
Again, a second one.
Uh-huh.
You done earned your trip to jail.
Deputy Johnson called for backup.
Got him.
Do you have mental issues? Or you have dementia? I need to know right now. No. Then why did you leave this traffic?
Yeah, buddy, what do you think? First of all, the 80-year-old guy could have just said, yes.
Wait, who's there?
Do you have dementia issues? Well, as a matter of fact, officer.
Why do you look like a dragon?
I do indeed. But he didn't take that opportunity. And the cop just kind of said, like, you got to tell me if you have dementia. Tell me right now.
Back here.
What is it that's in the front seat that they are?
Laptop.
That's his laptop. Yeah, they're censoring his laptop.
Not.
When other officers arrived on the scene, they began to question Lane.
I was trying to understand your thinking. Like to go.
That's when they learned he experienced a stroke 5 years ago and had memory issues. The officers made the decision to uncuff Lane and call
That was not a good move. Now the other people are like finding a sob story in this old guy. They're like, actually, officer.
his daughter.
Feel a little bit better? Yeah.
All right, they're fixing his cup.
For comfort. Nah, see.
The officers also noticed that the 81-year-old was unsteady and stumbling. One of the officers requested that he get checked out by an ambulance.
You seem a little disoriented and stuff. So I'd like for you to at least get checked out. Make sure you're not having a mini stroke or something, okay?
Oh, now I feel bad for him.
Have a stroke.
Lane was cited for not wearing a seatbelt and fleeing, but he did not go to the Hempstead County Detention Center.
They fired that cop. They fired him. Yeah, they fired him for his conduct with the 81-year-old man.
I'm getting small town vibes.
Oh, big time. Yeah, somewhere in Arkansas. In Hempstead, Arkansas, wherever that is. That's where this went down.
What's this police officer's record? Yeah, he was doing what a cop would do if he was writing a ticket and you drove off.
Mm-hmm.
I get it that it's an old guy and, probably could have handled it with a little more grace.
Mm-hmm.
But also...
He did leave the scene of a crime.
Yeah.
He did blaze out. The county, Hempstead County in Arkansas... A population down from 22,609 to 20,000 in the whole county. So it ain't a lot of people, really. It's unfortunately very, very small in that area. And this old man, it's crazy, though. The deputy got fired. The sheriff got fired. Let us know if you think that he should have been. Give us your thoughts. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today, I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
You tell me that you love me so, you tell me that you care, but when I need you, baby.
Thursday, we are going to be...
Hey, everybody, can you hear me? As you know, it is now time to rate the show for a Thursday. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 means you had a good time. 1 out of 10 means you want your money back. You tell us what you think.
So what are you waiting for?
We'll talk about the cop in a second, too. 8. 9 stumbling old men out of 10. Okay. 10 out of 10. I had a good time. Thank you, Feral Kitten. Appreciate you, as always. 7.2 out of 10. Excelente. Always a 69. 8 out of 10 Golden Globes. 9 out of 10. Lots of peg talk. 9.5. Is SS starting early tonight? Secret shows should be starting around 7:30-ish. Pretty prompt at 7:30. Because we're going to do show 1, we're going to take a very quick break, and then we'll pop out show 2. And it's going to be a fun time. And show 2 should be a wild one. Okay, by the way, do you think that sheriff should have been fired after hearing all that? And he was definitely a dick, but all right, I gotta get Today I Learned, but I don't want you to get stuck, so I gotta do it fast. Tell me who she was? It's so annoying how it's inconsistent. Yeah. Okay. Chatter of the day. Who is your nominee for Chatter of the Day? Some pretty good responses today.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows for Breeze Windows?
2 minutes. We're back to wrap everything up on this show. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Honest to God, I appreciate you being here every day. It's why I put the effort in to do the show. I like to have fun. I like you guys to have fun with us. We like to explore interesting topics together. And if you liked any of this, it would be awesome if you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button over on YouTube. So thank you to everybody on the YouTube stream. If you made it this far and you've enjoyed anything, maybe even just one segment, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. Give it to Bootsy. You know what?
And I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers.
All of Twitch. Everybody on Twitch is Chatter of the Day. They said you couldn't do it, but look at you go. Congratulations, you beautiful, beautiful folks over on Twitch. You are indeed the champion. We have 1 minute left to wrap everything up. Sayonara, hasta la vista. See you mañana.
Country song. It's a song about good mail, Duke's mail. It'll make any dish sing. Get Duke's mail in store. It's got twang.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
Make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. The cop was so heated in that last clip, man. screaming at that old man. You're going to give him a little heart attack or something.
Couple R-bombs.
I love that the news didn't bleep that out.
No, that's true, actually. That's true. That was straight from a news report. They will let that one fly. Okay, what do we got here on the way out today? We want to hear from you, so we'll work in a few final dispatches here momentarily. I had that TikToker running on the baseball field, but I'm going to skip it. It really just, I don't know if it's really worth it. I teased the Menendez brothers line, and there was a lot of pushback from the Los Angeles County District Attorney and others. They're saying that he believes the Los Angeles District Attorney, Nathan Huckman, he believes Lyle and Eric Menendez never fully accepted responsibility for the horrific murders of their parents. He said instead they continue to promote a false narrative of self-defense that was rejected by the jury decades ago. We have consistently opposed their release because they have not demonstrated full insight into their crimes or shown that they have been fully rehabilitated and therefore continue to pose a risk to society. So that's a big pushback for the Menendez brothers. And they had when that series came out on was it Netflix?
Yes, with the guy who made American Horror Story, Ryan Murphy.
They had a lot of momentum on their side, and now I don't know if it's going to bring them to the finish line here. So there's the update on that. One final look at Cracker Barrel, looking right down that Cracker Barrel, and they're still down about $5 on the day, 8.87%. They may never financially recover from the logo change.
Back to the Krusties.
Tell Uncle Herschel that.
Yeah, Uncle Herschel. What's it called? Uncle Herschel's
favorite
harvest.
Favorite.
Uncle Harvest's favorite. That is the most insane meal I've ever heard of in my life.
Oh
it
my
really
God, I'm
is.
so hungry because of it. I thought about it all day long.
Whenever I see the menu at Cracker Barrel and see stuff like that, I go, run the math on that one, because 2 eggs cooked to order, so you can get those eggs any variety of ways cooked that you can get eggs.
Right.
Then you can pair those options with either sugar cured ham, country ham, grilled catfish or fried catfish, or crispy tender dippers, or a New York strip steak. So
for an upgrade,
that's a lot more. And then you can get all that with the hash brown casserole or fried apples. So that's another choose your own adventure. The buttermilk biscuits or the sawmill gravy and grits. It's too many options. It really is.
I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff on the menu that doesn't come with biscuits and gravy.
Everything comes with it.
I think, yeah. Sometimes they'll just give it to you ahead of time, like a bread service.
That's sweet. Probably not in the new, Cracker Barrel.
No, the newfangled Cracker Barrel with the new logo and clean chairs and tape. No, don't want that at all, I guess. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this here and put this up over here. And that means it's time, friends, for the final dispatch.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
That's right. Narrated through that for you, but got to the same location here that I always do. That is looking at these final dispatches and deciding which ones should make the air. Here's I'm Not a Hippie. It says, finally.
Hey, good afternoon, junkies. I just want to say, finally, I have finally got my first win for Best of Orlando 2025. I placed second for Best Local Author. Yeah! And I just want to say thank you to every single person that voted for me and took the time out to vote for me or share it. I'm really excited, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's go for number 1 next year. Hippie out.
Yeah, congrats to everybody.
That's his 4th book, the one that he dropped for us, and we were part of his thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. Thank you for that, and thank you for the dispatch. I'm Not a Hippie. We'll go over to who should make it here. Let's see. Nathan talking about cruises.
It's the news.
No, we already did this. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to cut you off.
How could we forget that?
Somebody in Texas.
News junkies, what's good?
Hey,
it's your boy TX. Sorry if I was coming loud right there. I'm just excited.
No, you're good.
Finally got my not the app, because went through a whole year of BS. I didn't even know you deleted the app, Sean. I was on the app. I was making messages and calling and setting up petitions. And
where you been? The app's been wiped for a while, man. I mean, it still works if you have one, but the website, the website is the place to go.
I didn't know you even took it down, but we're here now. Glad to see we're back with the gang. C-Lang, what's going on, my man? Hope fatherhood's been treating you well.
It's good.
So, Brina,
hey.
If you haven't gotten married yet, it's coming. I love everything you're doing. Keep up the comedy show. Heard about the purple Jesus? Well, black Jesus that drinks purple juice. I don't know what it is. Something like that. But, Sean, I'm pretty sure you only have one lung left after all that coughing I have not been hearing. Just want to say I love you guys.
What?
It's going to be a good weekend. And, yeah, have a good one.
All right, that'll be it for today.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That said, all the stories. Oh, one thing I wanted to, I don't even know if this is, I'm going to save this because I wanted to talk about this story, but it's going to take too long to describe it. I'll save it for tomorrow. We're going to have a fun Friday show, and that'll definitely be an interesting thing for us to hit on. In the meantime, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Today I learned this television show right here.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons is correct. Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, was approached to adapt his Life in Hell comic for the Tracy Ullman show. But he was scared that he would lose ownership and hurt his comic if the show failed. So he said, let me just make up something else. And he made up The Simpsons on the spot.
Damn.
Which it was crazy to think about, number one. And number two, do you think man created The Simpsons? He's got to be a billionaire, right? If Matt Groening walked past you on the streets,
Nope.
you think you would recognize him at all?
No.
I don't think I would either.
Hold on.
I don't even know that I've seen what he looks like too many times.
That's crazy that he's at that level of fame. He came up with The Simpsons. He's got to be a billionaire, if not real close to it. And I don't think the vast majority of people would know who he was out on the streets.
I'm hoping by looking at this that I now will know. And as far as net worth, CelebrityNetworth.com says $600 million.
600 mil. Yeah, that's Simpsons money ain't a joke. It's been around for a real long time. Today, I learned in 2023, a Kenyan male chess player wore a burqa as a disguise to enter a women's chess tournament for the prize money. But he got caught after his strong performance silence. And then they said, aren't those men's shoes you're wearing, sir? They pulled off his outfit like a Scooby-Doo outcome and found that it was a 25-year-old male Kenyan chess player who was lying to everybody. What do we got here? Today I learned in Germany, drivers stuck in traffic on the Autobahn must leave an emergency lane in the middle of the road at all times. I just wanted you to know that in case you went to Germany and drove on the Autobahn. Now you know how this works. Be safe out there. On our streets here, we got people doing U-turns and killing people, or we got people on Red Bull dirt bikes jumping from one semi-truck to the other. It's got a little crazy out there. Today I learned this lady right here.
Kesha.
That's right, Kesha, indeed. Today I learned Kesha was a backup singer for Paris Hilton. That's how she got her start.
Ooh.
She got a little too drunk one night hanging out with her and puked in her closet. She said, I got to make a change in my life. And she started out with her solo career just like that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.